Yes, that's how I always do it. Enough. Can we start the show now?
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
You know, you're lucky we're not fucking live yet.
We are live. You already hit it. It says in broadcast up top.
Oh.
We've been live for like 24 seconds, Ray. 25.
This is the Ridiculously Random Podcast where we talk about everything except pro wrestling.
Whoa! Hey! Can I get a word in here? I want to introduce myself.
Oh, wait a second! I haven't even introduced myself. I'm your host, Big Ray, and this is my co-host, Colin Weissong.
Yeah, so this is the Ridiculously Random Podcast where we talk about movies, tech, games, pop culture, pretty much whatever the we want to talk about.
Oh, will you stop? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the show.
Oh, fuck myself. Fuck my life. Oh my God. What an interesting way to start this night. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ridiculously Random Podcast. What are you doing, Colin? Well, these fucking gimmicks.
They're happy that you're out. You got locked in the glory hole at whatever subway station bathroom that you were in.
I was at my
I've been
house.
telling the chat all about it. They're just glad that you got away from that angry mob of I heard an Indian man yelling at you in the background. I think there was a Dominican. There was a girl from Ipanema. I don't know what she was doing there. But Big Ray, we're glad that you got all of the man juice cleaned off of you, and you're here today for the Ridiculously Random Podcast. They want to look. Canada Spaceman wants to know about the great sex you just serviced all those men with at the glory hole.
I want you all to suck my balls. All right? Matt Schaffer style. How you like that? Does that work? Jesus Christ. So basically, this is what happened, okay? Stop it. So we were supposed to go live at 10:30. I know Mario is already done with the garbage. What's that?
It's a delicious Red Bull.
Is Mario here?
I'm gonna buy Ring of Honor after I drink this and run around
Jesus
crazy with my
Christ.
eyes all
Bro,
big.
What a fucking clusterfuck this was. So anyway, so what I do is this, right? Now, I leave. Hold on, I'm choking myself up. So I go to the bathroom, right? I got to drop a deuce, all right? So I'm like, oh, before I do that, let me grab my phone, okay? Now, I really had to go. But, I'm going to be in there for a few minutes, so I want to, have something to entertain myself. With all that being said, as I'm doing that, I grab my phone, I turn around, and then the fucking door won't open. Now, this door, I could have ripped it off the fucking hinge, but I'm banging on the fucking door. I'm trying to pull the door open, so eventually Jen wakes up. She comes to the door, and she's like, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, dude, I can't fucking... I turn the doorknob. You know the little gimmick that sticks in the hole?
Yeah, we know about the gimmick that sticks in the hole, Big Ray. Yes.
So that thing didn't turn with the knob. What is it called? The latch?
Scissoring?
No, you idiot. The fucking part of the doorknob that that goes in the hole.
The penis?
Can you hear this?
Yeah, that's
All right.
very... You need some oil. You need some KY jelly purchased at Big Ray's Dildo Emporium.
So anyway.
Ray, does your phone have cooties now? Do I need to buy you one of those UV light cleaning things for your phone? So like after you work the glory hole, you can like put it in that box and it uses the UV light to kill all the germs off your phone.
I feel like I'm too bright. Let me know if that better? That better?
Yeah, that's good.
That better?
It's fine.
That better?
I feel like I'm at the optometrist. I don't really notice
better?
the difference.
That better? No? What about if I go all El Natural? Well, that's a...
There you go.
Oh,
that's
hey,
the
you
red,
go.
There we go. That one's a better one.
Ooh, I look fucking sexy.
I don't know that background behind you, but
Well, we're gonna talk a little sports today. We're gonna talk some sports. We're gonna talk some UFC. You have a big card coming up. MLB lockout. LeBron James being a bitch again. But anyway, so let me finish saying what I was saying. So I couldn't get the fucking door open, right? So now check this out. So now Jen is like, don't. So this door, I literally could rip the shit off just rip it. I could break the door. She doesn't want me to break the door. Why? Because then we would what? Have to pay for the door.
for it. Yes.
Right. So, but here's the problem. Here's something that you guys don't know about me. I am horribly, let me fix my mic. I am horribly claustrophobic. And I get violent and angry, as Colin, you saw.
I could hear it. I could hear it all. I could hear the slurping.
Why don't you describe? Stop with the fucking gay jokes, Colin. Why does it always have to be gay?
The door down.
No, stop. Why does it have to always be gay? Why can't it be something different?
Who said slurping and sucking is gay?
Let me know
Why do
when
you
you're
go
done.
straight to the gay stuff?
Because that's what you always fucking do. The glory holes and the fucking truck stops. The same shit. It's like missionary position every single night. I don't even have the fucking gimmick on. Jesus Christ. And I bet you I press this fucking button, even if I have it, I bet you it won't. Do I even have it? Look at that, bro.
It's not even on there, is it?
It's not even on my fucking my fucking Schneebits.
That's
Let me see. Let me look. I'm looking.
It's like missionary position every single night.
Sometimes, Ray, we fall back on the old tried and true, trusty old jokes here. It's low hanging fruit. It's easy to pick.
Bro, this was me talking to Jen. I actually have audio of me talking to Jen when she's telling me what to do behind the door and me knowing exactly. This is audio. You ready? Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what the fuck just happened?
What do you mean what happened? What are you, blind? Jesus!
Yeah, wow. She's very angry with you.
No, I was the Jesus guy.
Oh, you were the Jesus guy? Sorry. That's fine. Ray, do you have any chat music?
I do have chat music, and we can kick that off. Oh wait, actually, let me go to the other chat music gimmick here, Schneebits.
If you would like your name read in the chat, make sure you comment in the chat. Ray, do you have the YouTube channel pulled up so you can see what their the names are in there? I'll only see who's commented.
I don't know how to. Oh, you need me to pull up the YouTube channel?
Yeah, pull up the YouTube channel and go into the actual chat and see the participants there.
Oh,
we do have someone watching on Twitch all the way from Germany. Alexa, shouts out to Alexa. She helps over at the A Show with TikTok and Instagram, helping us out. Appreciate you very much, Alexa. And for you to be up this late. Is it late? Is it early in Germany now? I guess it's early in Germany now.
Who knows? Wait,
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Right. Then we've got Canada Spaceman. He's always usually very early to the chat, Canada Spaceman. He was very worried about you in the glory hole, Ray. A lot of these people were. You didn't see... Canada Spaceman was surprised that there was Wi-Fi in the bathroom, that you were able to get in touch with me and let me know that you needed to get out there. We've got Lizbeth in the chat.
Hey, stop. Hold on. Where was Elizabeth earlier today during the impact attack? Myself?
She has way more important things to do than...
Hold on. Myself.
You mean the impact attack? You mean the next level wrestling
review? The vet and myself were both very concerned. What the hell is going on over here?
Look, she sent you an apology tweet, so you take that over there. I told her she didn't have to apologize to you two guys. She has a life.
So hear me out. The same people we see here are the same people. I got Mandir. You got Mandir there. I have Labrat. Do you see Labrat here?
No, I don't see his name anywhere.
All right.
There we go. We just acknowledged the Mandir.
Yeah, he is acknowledged. It is
5:20 in the morning, Big Ray.
Jesus Christmas. 5:20 in the morning in Germany?
In Germany, yeah.
All right, hold on. So I got Canada Spaceman, Labrat, Elizabeth is here. Elizabeth, what'd she say? Did she say anything? Why? I had to go to buy a BMW and then went shopping. What?
Duh. Well, come on. Buying a BMW is way more important than what happened on NXT the night before.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. Let me see what else. It's pretty much the same people. You know what you do? when you come into the chat, just say hi. Say hi. That way we can see who's participating. We don't have to go all crazy.
We got Wolfers, Lone Wolf, Gammy in the chat. We got Kibbles and Bits. Kibbles and Bits, Big Ray.
I'm calling Big Don Gam.
We got one of your favorites.
What? Who?
Hang on, turn the music down. It's not Yohimbo. It's Javi Uchiha.
Oh, I felt that in the cockles of my cockles.
Did I mention Scott Simpson?
Is that related to Homer?
He said Big Poppy. Big
Hey,
Poppy.
Mark. Hey, Scott.
Hey, hang on, wait. He's doing a little.
Am I stopping?
Big Poppy. Scott Simpson. Thank you for the throwback.
Scott Simpson. Donuts.
Next time, be on time, Ray. Don't get stuck.
Oh,
in the glory
suck
hole.
my balls. Oh, damn it. Drop my crack pipe.
Was it free?
Oh, yeah.
Did it come in one of those Biden crack pipe kicks?
Yeah, I had old man fucking Winter. He's like,
Go, you know the thing.
he's just passing out fucking crack pipes. Oh God, the Red Sox.
So last week we were very
Big
pro
Poppy.
Russia. We were very pro. Are we still pro Russia
No.
after everything that's gone on now?
Why the hell would we be? We were never pro Russia. Shut up. Hey, put that down.
Oh, what? The heels are over Stronsky though.
Hold on. I'm looking something up. Talk to the people.
What's up, people? Let's see. Canada Spaceman even seconds. Lab Rat. Be on time, Ray.
You understand that I was fucking trapped, right?
Hang on. Let me. Look. Scott Simpson's back in the chat. He loves the Boston accent, Big Ray.
The Red Sox, Big Poppy. It's fucking awesome.
But that can probably lead into our first story, Ray, because I know this is one that is very near and dear to your heart.
What's that?
The fact that we're not going to have baseball this year. Yes.
You're a fucking cock. So let's talk about this again. Let's talk about this real quick. I guess that's going to be the first story. That wasn't going to be my first story, but I guess that's what we're going to do, right?
Yes.
So as far as we know, the labor negotiations are not going well, and they are officially locked out. So baseball will not start on opening day. Is that correct, Colin?
I believe.
Do you watch baseball? I never asked you that.
I believe that to be true. This could be the death nail in the coffin that is Major League Baseball, because after their first locked out season, I think it was the 94-95 season.
Yep.
It took two really jacked up and steroided up men to bring people back.
Yeah. Do you remember?
Are they going to have jacked up steroided
Hulk-
women to bring
Hulk
people
Hogan-
back this time?
Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior?
Yes. Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior. Good job, Ray.
Mine goes longer.
I cut mine off.
Oh, yeah. Whatever. All right, I'm done.
Yes, look, and see, I'm very angry because I am a Cleveland Indians fan.
So, how do you feel about that, by the way?
It's stupid. Look, I get changing the mascot, like changing the Indian looking thing, but Indians is not racist, not like Redskins or anything like that, right? Like Indian is a very generic term. I don't find.
How about like the Pittsburgh Puerto Ricans with a picture of a dude buying a fucking 40-ounce?
Or like gold chains. Like
I'm just saying. I mean, if you really think about it, Colin. Now I'm not that guy, but really think about it. Like, I mean, what if they had like the fucking Washington white guys?
What's so? I love how this is all of a sudden racist, right? But when I was a fan of the Indians, right? Do you remember where they started putting like gold teeth and all that stuff in the mascots? There was literally there was a Cleveland Indians hat, right?
Okay.
That was done in black, and the Indian had like a gold tooth. I was just like, that's like super racist.
You think?
Yes.
I don't think it's racist.
But this was in the 90s, like the mid to late 90s, so people didn't care about that type of shit. Now they care about all that type of shit for some reason. Yes, Javi, yes. If I can play it, that's one thing. If I'm there probably watching it live, that's another thing. I can't watch it on TV for 4 hours. I'm sorry, I just can't. Unless it is playoffs or like championship baseball. It's kind of like hockey. What's up, Jay Hall? I
I'm
don't really
setting
watch a lot of hockey until it's playoff hockey.
just really quickly. So while I was locked in here trying to, and by the way, I'm scarred. I got my hands all cut up. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on.
Did he pay for the
I'm
rough
a
package?
professional caregiver and a family
What am I
caregiver.
playing here? Stop. Shut up, bitch. What?
Did he pay for the rough package?
What rough package?
Where you rough him up a little bit?
Colin, are we on the same page here?
Yes.
I'm
I'm talking about
literally
baseball.
I'm literally working at the same time. So I'm trying to send myself stories while you're fucking, So please help a brother out while I'm doing this. I got like 8 stories here.
We are. We're going along here, right?
Okay.
I know you're a little behind, sir.
I'm very fucking far behind. God,
let's
damn it,
see.
Shit.
Jay, like I said, Jay Hall is in the chat. Look, I'll play my my chat music. We'll go back to the chat.
Why would you do that? Oh, I hate that song. What is that? That is the worst fucking song. No loop. No loop.
No loop. All right, look, Canada. Let's see. Jerome, Big Ray was locked in the bathroom. Yes, Jay Hall, he was down on 42nd Street, down at the subway station.
I wasn't on 42nd Street, Colin.
What street were you on then? Canal Street.
You gotta stop with the bullshit, dude. These people are gonna start believing you.
They're not gonna believe that you were. Come on.
They are. They are. They are. You'll see. You'll fucking see.
There's gonna be like reports of people looking for a Big Ray at like the subway station on 42nd Street.
Yeah, fucking Elizabeth sending out her fucking Uncle Joe who works for the police department. Joe, I really think Ray's in big trouble.
There's a Puerto Rican man who's trapped in a bathroom.
Fuck. He's getting sucked off by homeless people on 42nd Street. It's fucking tremendous.
Some guy paid for the rough package. He's got bloody knuckles and scraped up skin.
You're a fucking prick, Colin. You know that, right? Yo, how many of these fucking... Okay.
It's a hard knob life.
It's a hard knob life. Fucking pricks. So question. So do you get like... So I remember that, man, back in 1994. So the Yankees hadn't been good in years. The last time they had won a World Series was 1978. So I grew up. Remember, I was born in 1976. So when I grew up, I'd never seen the Yankees win a World Series. And that year,
ones they did it with homegrown talent.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
homegrown talent. Like a lot of those guys. Who's the second? Chuck Knobloch. Like there were a lot of guys who were homegrown talent that the Yankees brought up through their
Chuck
their
Knobloch,
AAA system.
Chuck Knobloch, we got from Minnesota. But everybody else, let me see if I can name everybody. Bernie Williams in center. We had Paul O'Neill, who was a trade. We traded Roberto Kelly for him. In left field, it was kind of a mishmash of guys. Everybody from David Justice to to Shane Spencer to it was like a rotation. Jorge Posada was your everyday catcher. Tino Martinez, your first baseman. Before Tino was Don Mattingly. At third base, we had Scott Brocious. Shortstop, of course, Derek Jeter, number 2.
And that was back when it was who's better, Noma or Jeter?
Well,
because
who won that one?
Well, I think Jeter showed his kind of like Tom Brady. You know, he's got that gumption, that fortitude to stick with it, and he was all around probably a really good player, so to speak. I think if you look at Nomar had all the talents.
He was very good.
Nomar had all the talent, right? But I think if you look at someone who, like, we'll compare fighting. If you look at Nomar, who's like the guy who has all the talent, maybe not the technical skill, right? Like he's got the technical skill or whatever. But then you've got Derek, who has the technical skill, has the ability. He's not the most athletic guy. Didn't hit all that well. I mean, he hit well enough.
I mean, he had power.
Yeah, he hit well enough to for what the Yankees needed him to do. But his biggest thing was his fielding. This dude was out there just snagging balls left and right, like
much like
just like Ray does on 42nd Street.
There it is. See, like it doesn't stop. I don't understand. But so, at that time, 1994, the New York Yankees got real fucking good. Matter of fact, I think we had just traded for Wade Boggs. Don Manley was still on the team. Anyway, so we got really good. We actually had the best record in baseball at that time, which was fucking awesome. And then they go on strike. And I remember that shit fucking sucked, Colin. That was not fun. You know? I don't know, man. I'm afraid that because now here's the thing with people. What's one of the things that kids don't have nowadays?
Heroes.
An attention span. I threw a
that's true,
fucking
too.
softball like it was underhand. I was like, here, Johnny. I'm gonna throw you a lollipop. He just fucking swang and fell on your face.
Just hit me in the face.
Oh no, you missed it. You missed. Yeah, you swung at it, then it hit you in the face. Fucking. Oh, god damn it! I'm gonna do this right now. What the fuck is the name of this shit? Colin, I found this animated YouTube channel. And I'm going to play one of their fucking videos because it has to do with you. It has to do with what you do for a living. And I've fallen in love with this fucking YouTube channel. But say something more about baseball while I just get this fucking link.
What's the name of this YouTube channel?
I gotta remember. It's Brews something. Brews like Brews drinking. God damn it. I gotta find it.
Yeah, can the kids watch baseball on TikTok, Ray?
I don't think
That's
so.
the only way. That's the only way. Like if you broke the baseball game down into like TikTok clips, like 15-second clips, the kids could watch the game and they would just watch each batter. That's what they really need to do. You just got to break it down to where you have each batter's like at bat, right? Like you just kind of TikTok that and put that out there. Let's see. We got Homeboy 88 just came in the chat. Jay Hall's here. Steroids will probably be the only thing that will save baseball after this lockout because people aren't gonna care. And who, like, that's the other thing too. Normal Americans who literally just sat through COVID, being locked down for 2 years, being told they can't work, being told they can't do this. The last thing that we all want to see is a bunch of millionaire crybabies and millionaire owner crybabies arguing with each other about a work stoppage and all that other shit for a game. That Ray, I get it brings joy to a lot of people, and it's America's pastime and all that stuff. But baseball's just not it anymore. Like it's just not. It's just not it anymore.
This is what I'm gonna do. So apparently, it's called Brew Stew Films. BREWSTEW Films. He has 2 million subscribers. Over 2 million subscribers. He gets an average of 6 million views on his fucking. It's incredible. This guy does these shitty animations, but it's not the shitty animations. I just saw one about 90s toys. Colin, once I show this to you, so now I have to figure out how to do this here on YouTube because what I was gonna do was I was gonna like play 30 seconds of it, pause it, we'll talk, and then play 30 seconds of it. So we'll do it in segments. How's that?
Well, if you want me to send the link in the private chat and I'll pull it up on my end.
I have it set up already.
Oh, it'll share and everything?
I fucking hope so.
Okay.
You want to try it out?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so let me try it out. So I'm going to go to Brews Share System Audio. I got to click that gimmick. Let me go to Microsoft Edge. All right, here we go. This is fucking fantastic, bro. So you see the whip, you see the channel, right?
Yeah.
All right, now you got to tell me if you fucking hear the gimmick, okay? I'll put the volume all the way up. Here we go.
Click the audio button.
Oh, the shit is still playing? Here we go.
All right, since it seems like everyone does a video on their first job, I might as well do one on mine. And that job was being a...
Do you hear it?
Yeah, we hear. Hit the full screen button, Ray.
What do you mean hit the fucking
full screen button right there?
That one?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it again. I'm giving you like fucking sign language.
I'm watching the video there, sir. I'm sorry.
Here we go, guys. You ready for this, guys? This is awesome.
All right, since it seems like everyone does a video on their first job, I might as well do one on mine. And that job was being a cook at my local pizza restaurant. I was a pizza making machine. I had my little hat, my little smock, and my little name tag that had the wrong name on it. Now, I told my boss that my name wasn't Javier and I wasn't the least bit Hispanic, but he didn't care. So I was Javier for the 2 years that I worked there. Now, I don't mean to brag, but I was pretty good at my job. I was fast, efficient, and I made some pretty sexy pizzas, I must say. I don't know what it is, Martha, but I think I want to have relations with this pizza. Now, during the afternoon, it was pretty boring. We didn't have a lot of orders, so all I had to worry about was the all-you-can-eat buffet. And since I'm lazy as hell, I'd usually just make cheese pizzas for everybody to eat.
Let's pause it for a second here. Bro,
I'm lazy as hell.
this is fucking incredible. This is really funny, bro. This is not even one of the funny ones, and it gets funnier as it goes on. But since you're a pizza guy, can you relate to this gentleman so far?
I don't have a pizza buffet, so not yet, no. But I do make some damn sexy pizzas.
I think it's Pizza Hut. Yeah, Pizza Hut, the buckshot kid. I love Pizza Hut buffets. If you really think about it, in retrospect, that is the most disgusting thing possible.
I bet Canada Spaceman loves pizza with poutine on it.
Ugh, poutine pie. All right, let's go back.
Poutine pie.
Here we go.
Can we have a little variety here? I'm sick of just having cheese pizza. You will eat what I give you to eat. I am the pizza lord. You want to make requests, you can take your happy ass to the register and order your own goddamn pizza. Sometimes this old guy would come in, and since we serve beer at this pizza place, he'd get all drunk and I'd have to kick him out. Sir, we're going to have to cut you off. Well, why the hell do you got to do that? Because you had 9 Michelob Ultras at 2 in the afternoon on a Tuesday, that's why. But things always started to pick up around dinner time. All of a sudden, I would be up to my asshole in orders. And this
No, that's Colin. Oh, by the way,
I love that Colin's post.
so this guy is a huge fucking wrestling fan. All his videos, dude, have some type of, and he's like a fan of wrestling in the 90s.
The Attitude Era, yeah.
He's a big Attitude Era guy, dude. So he's like, he'll tell someone like, "Shut the fuck up, I'll Stone Cold your ass, Stone Cold Son of your ass," and shit. He had this one. All right, let me just play it.
This would be the time a second cook would come in, and his name was AJ. And let me tell you about AJ. He was nothing like me.
First, I'm gonna watch this and tell me if you have an AJ at your place. All right, Colin?
Okay.
He was not fast, he wasn't efficient, and he sure as hell didn't make any sexy pizzas. Jesus, Martha, what a fugly pizza. I'd have to be drunk as hell to have relations with this thing. Hey, I'm drunk as hell. I'll fornicate with that pizza. AJ was so bad at his job that I just refused to call him by his real name. I'm not calling you AJ anymore, you hear me? Until you stop sucking ass and making pizzas, your name is gonna be Debbie. Debbie? Why do I have to have a girl name? Because you make pizzas like a slut, that's why. And I can't think of a sluttier name than Debbie, so get back to work, Debbie. So there we were, Javier and Deborah, the Batman and Robin of making pizzas. I mean, I was the one making pizzas, really. Half the time, Debbie wouldn't even help me out. He'd be in the break room with his thumb up his ass, not doing a damn thing. Well, that wasn't a very nice thing to do. So when he wasn't looking, I'd pour a bunch of olive juice into Debbie's Dr. Pepper, because that's what you get when you're a bad coworker. Oh, why's my drink taste like a dog's asshole? You can kiss my ass, Dr. Pepper. Now, since Debbie was...
Yeah, you can kiss my ass.
Do you have a guy named Debbie in your job?
Most of the employees are like Debbie. They just, they're young high school kids, so they really don't have. This is their first job. They don't really have that work ethic yet. Some of them do, some of them don't.
Right.
They're getting better. But like, I had this one guy come in, Ray, and I shit you not. He swore up and down that he had been a manager at a Little Caesars, right?
Mm.
And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Like, make me a pepperoni pizza, right?" Right, there was like 8 pepperonis on this large pizza. Now, a normal pepperoni pizza at our place gets like 30, 40 pepperonis. I'm like, bro, this is the worst looking pizza. How are you a manager at fucking Little Caesars and you're making pizzas that look like when I cut it, one slice had like a little tiny sliver of a pepperoni on it. I'm like, bro, this is not.
Yo, I gotta put over your friend Alexa. She says Dr. Pepper sucks. I actually, Dr. Pepper's an acquired taste. It
really is. It's a spice soda.
I like it, but my wife thinks it tastes like fucking. What did the kids say? A dog's asshole.
Dog's asshole. If you like Dr. Pepper, you might like Mr. Pibb or Pibb Extra. You also might like Cheerwine. Your
Let's
one's
go back.
another good one.
Let's go back to the story as it continues.
Worthless and pretty much a piece of furniture in the kitchen, I'd make him handle all the phone calls. Hello, this is Debbie.
Hold on,
Make
let me
him
rewind it.
handle all the phone
Let me
calls.
rewind it.
Asshole, you can kiss my ass, Dr. Pepper. Now, since Debbie was worthless and pretty much a piece of furniture in the kitchen, I'd make him handle all the phone calls. Hello, this is Debbie.
Now
Will
pause
this be
it
for
right here.
pickup or delivery?
All right, so
That's perfect. by the way.
anytime I hire a new employee, this is exactly where they go. They go straight to learning how to do the phones
Mhm.
and ringing up orders, because that is the simplest thing to do in the restaurant. If you cannot answer a phone and ring in an order, I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do with the rest of your life.
Right?
Like,
What is this?
like,
I'm sorry. What is this picture behind
don't
this
know, it
kid
looks-
hanging up?
it looks like a I can't tell what that dude is.
All right, it's fine. It's
It
fine.
looks like he looks like he's bowling or something.
It's fantastic. By the way, I love having a 32-inch monitor. Everything is so fucking big on this.
That's what she said.
All right, let's go back.
What happened? Did you order the pizza? No, some weird transvestite named Debbie answered the phone and I got uncomfortable. And it was probably a good thing that he handled most of the
Pepperoni.
customers, because when you're getting slammed with orders in a 110-degree kitchen, you tend not to be in the greatest mood. I don't care how many books you read, you little shit. You're not getting a free personal pan pizza. Because on top of everything else, you had to deal with people complaining about their food here and there. Yeah, excuse me, why the hell are all my pepperonis a different circumference? What kind of pizza place are you running here? And then you'd have to deal with the people making dumbass special requests for their pizza. Could you just put olives on 3/8 of the pizza? Yeah, can you spell out sorry I ruined Christmas and pepperonis? It's for my ex-wife. Could you, like, I don't know, fold up the pizza like a paper airplane and fly it into my mouth? But the worst would be the people that would come in at the very last minute.
Let's stop right there.
Okay, so the orders is ridiculous, bro. Like they ask, they'll like today we had someone order a specialty pizza, right, Ray?
Uh-huh.
Right now we have a special where you can get a large pizza for $8.99, right? With
Sure.
with two toppings on it, right?
Okay.
They order a fucking large specialty pizza,
Uh-huh.
take everything off except for the pepperoni and sausage.
Right.
So they paid like $20 for a pizza when they could have only paid $10 for a pizza because they're fucking stupid. Like they
What?
do this, people do this all the time. Like, or they put the weirdest shit on their pizzas. Like they like we have one guy who he's clearly trying to feed his whole family, right?
Okay.
But he's like, I need at least 3 slices of the pizza to be cheese. So can y'all put ground beef on everything except for 3 slices of the? So like instead of just half and half, now I'm making 3/4 pizzas for people, and like, oh, can you cut it this way? Can we get it that way? And I'm just like, and the other thing too, like when people see something for free,
Mhm.
right? They just click it, right? So people go on the website and they see like crust toppings and all this stuff, right? So we'll get this ticket that's like 4-5 lines a lot longer than what it should be, because
Like the
people
four,
are just
the 4 lines you did before the show.
yeah, they're just hitting fucking random buttons because the shit's for free, right? Oh, I want this on it, I want that on it, and in reality, Ray, we don't put all that shit on it, because if I literally put everything on it that they would ask, they'd call back and be like, why the fuck is all this shit on my pizza? And then I'd be like, because you rang it in that way, you fucking piece of shit. No, I just have to put the normal thing on it to make it look like a good pizza, because if I put the double everything they put on it, the pizza would just be covered in Parmesan cheese and like seasonings and shit.
Bro, I really want to reach out to this guy that does this channel, if it's possible, to see if he would let us every once in a while use like full versions of this show on our show, just to put him over.
I've done this before.
Have you done that?
Yeah, me and RBV. He sent me a picture of it, and I took one of our thin crust pizzas and put pepperoni and cheese on it, and then I put another thin crust on top of it and made like a Philly cheesesteak pizza on top of it.
All right, now let's jump back into the story. Now these are the assholes that show up just before you close.
You gotta share it again. He's right. You're not showing it on the screen.
Oh wait, let's go back.
He's just enjoying it while we're all just sitting here watching.
I'm so sorry. And you know what? I gotta
Lawrence
tell you,
Weaver in the chat. Old man naps for the win.
man. I'm sorry, man. I'm over here like enjoying, like smiling, enjoying this fucking video. Here we go.
Come in at the very last minute. Hey, what time do you guys close? We close in exactly 37 seconds. Ah, we're just in time. We want to buy a pizza the size of a baby pool. Now, one time in particular, this couple came to dine in literally 2 minutes before we closed the doors. I had just cleaned the kitchen, my apron's off. Javier's ready to go home. All of a sudden, here comes Debbie. Hey, 2 people just walked in. They want to get a pizza. And my response to that was something along the lines of, yeah, well, those 2 people can eat my ass. How about that? And that was pretty typical. Debbie's probably heard me say that, I don't know, a million times. But what's not typical is that the customers heard me say that from the
Look at their
kitchen. How
faces.
dare he be rude as hell to us when we're trying to be rude as hell to him? So not only did these people get a pizza, but they got it for free because I didn't want to get fired.
Let's hold that off real quick. When's the last time that happened to you, man? Like you've cleaned the entire kitchen and it's like you're ready to go home. I used to do retail, just by the way, before you answer this question. I used to work so many different. I worked for Old Navy. I worked for Gap. I worked for what's that fucking store? Marshalls. I've done a whole bunch of different stores, and bro, there was nothing worse than our doors would close at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. and some motherfuckers decide to come in and shop at like 9:55. And it's usually, see, since we were in the city, in the heart of Manhattan, it would be like foreign people that never fucking, they don't know what closed is or no is and shit. But when's the last time it happened to you, man, with the whole
Pretty much every night. So for some reason, Google thinks that we close at a time that we don't close. Like we close earlier than what Google says, right? So after 10 o'clock, the phone rings incessantly with people calling, trying to place orders. And I just have to pick it up and be like, yeah, we're closed. Oh,
Right.
well, Google says no, we're closed.
Yeah.
The person on the other end of the phone is telling you we're closed. So Google's not right now.
You ever say Google these nuts?
Yeah. No. That would
Got him.
But the worst is like, okay, so we close at 10 normally. The worst is like you won't get an order for a good like 20-30 minutes. So you've got everybody cleaning up. You got everybody do it like, and this literally happened the other day. A guy called, and for some reason my cashier was just like, oh, sir, we're not taking any more phone calls over the phone, but if you come in, like we'll make it for you, right? And he was like, well, I'm just trying to call it in so I can just come pick it up. Now she was afraid this dude was going to show up like 15-20 minutes after 10 o'clock, right? And she didn't want to have to wait for him. None of us wanted to wait for him. We're ready to walk out at like 10:15, right? And the guy walks in 5 minutes before we close and orders like 2 large pizzas. And I'm like, next time, just take his order. I was like, because now we could have already had everything made for him,
right,
and cleaned up and in the oven. But then you made him mad, so he made a point to like fly the fuck up here so he could come in fucking 5 minutes before we closed or whatever, right? Like Ray, I had a drug addict, Ray. This guy was laying on my floor convulsing. I don't know if he was drunk, ODing, whatever the fuck was happening to him, Ray. And then he's like, Google me. I've written articles for the New York Times and the New Yorker. Google me. And so like, I'm just like, yeah, whatever, drunk crackhead guy. Like, I'm not going to believe you. So then I'm like, oh, let me look on my phone, and come to find out he's telling the truth.
Lo and fucking behold, it's usually people like that.
He's telling the truth.
That's
and I'm
so
like,
funny.
so how the fuck are you laying in my floor, ODing and drunk, and you've written in the New York Times, but you want to know what he writes about, Ray?
Glory holes.
Being a heroin addict.
Oh, wow.
So he basically writes about getting fucked up and going to these different rehab centers and getting stuck in like these government ran like rehab state centers and stuff like that. Like it's crazy.
We have a question from Canada Spaceman as we but you know what? Answer the question after.
That was just a little joke. My ass isn't even on the menu. Yeah, but if you guys want to try something that does taste like ass, you should try our Dr. Pepper.
BruceDude.com.
This is one of my favorites. Dude, do you want to see the one about the 90s?
Yeah,
and we can talk about that.
The 90s, yeah.
Because I had all these serious stories, and I was like, you know what, man? Oh, what did I do here? It is so funny, bro. Anyway, so why don't you answer that question that Canada Spaceman just had while I look it up?
Well, we do not have leftovers. A lot of times I give it to the staff. And with the orders that were canceled, we usually don't get too many canceled orders and things like that. Like we try not to have a lot of that, because if you do, like we had somebody buy a pizza for a homeless person the other day, and it's
Right.
like if you start doing that stuff, they just constantly come back, and they do. They come in and ask if we have stuff all the time, and I'm just like, nope, sorry, because I know the minute you do tell them that you have stuff for them, they're gonna be there every day. And another restaurant that I worked at actually had a family that they helped out one time. They gave them
Right.
like 3 or 4 pizzas that they had left over, right?
Right.
Those people would call in a fake order and then come in like 2 hours later and being like, "Do y'all have anything extra that nobody came and picked up or anything like that?" And they did it for about a month before they caught them. So yeah, you can't really trust people out here. Sonic the
I hear
Hedge
you.
Rat over in Twitch. What's up, Sonic?
What's up, my friend? So what we're doing is we're going through my favorite new YouTube channel, and this guy has had this YouTube channel for like fucking 5 years or whatever. It's hilarious, and he just tells stories about him as a kid. And dude, he talks about everything from him going to camp to him going to church to this right here. This is 90s toys, and this is fucking hilarious. And again, we had all these crazy like hardcore stories that I put in the description, but this is why we call this the ridiculously random podcast, is because we just go on and sometimes we change it up. So you have to tune in live. And the thing is that you guys are not going to get the full crust of it if you're listening to the replay,
Yeah,
unless you're gonna have to watch it on YouTube. So if you're listening on podcast, if you can watch it on YouTube, it's pretty funny. But you're gonna say something, buddy.
I was I was piggybacking on something that you were talking about. That's why I was and I've totally forgot what it was I was gonna say.
Well, we were talking about 90s.
Oh, the topics, right? Like, so even what you're saying, being ridiculously and random and all that type of stuff. Like literally 3 weeks ago, I had topics. We literally only talked about one of those topics, but we still did like a 2-hour show on all the random stuff that we could have talked about. Like, I think we started with how my day went, and then just went down a whole rabbit hole of other shit. And as you can tell, ridiculously random shit happens in our lives every day. As Ray legit
Dude.
locked himself in his room in his house.
So for the people joining in late, I'm just gonna let you guys know what happened. So we were supposed to go live at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At 10:15, I had to take a shit, and I ran to the bathroom. And then before I ran, I fucking said, "Oh, let me get my phone." Grab my phone so I could take a quick shit. And then I had pulled the door closed behind me for some reason, but for some reason I must have closed it in a weird way, and I got locked in this room. So my hot Asian and you heard him speaking, right? Well, here, my hot Asian landlord came up, him and his son, and then we just started talking. His son is a gamer, so we started talking about that. I wanted to talk to you about that as well. I have to change the description because we can run through the stories real quick. But anyway, but yeah, man, that was a terrible fucking thing. So anyway, let's talk about something fun. So again, this is one of my favorite channels. This is courtesy of Bruce Stew Films. Bruce.
But link me in the private chat, Ray, and I'll put a banner up so people can go check it out.
That I have to go back to his original channel, don't I?
Oh, I don't know.
How do I? Oh, god damn it! I just lost it.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
All right. Okay. Cool. I appreciate it.
You said it was
It's
Brew.
BREWS. It's well. You know what? Let me share the fucking screen with you.
Bruce.
How about that?
Found it. I found it.
You found it? All right. Here we go. So this is about 90s toys, and I wasn't a kid of the 90s, but I'll tell you what. I was more of an 80s kid, but I had nephews and nieces, and I actually in the 90s I was a YMCA what do you call it, senior counselor. So all these toys, everything this kid talks about, I know about. So this guy's in his 30s. How old are you, Colin?
37.
All right, so this guy I think just turned 30. So anyway, you ready?
Yes.
This is a good one.
You can full screen it too.
Oh, that's what she said. Stand by. Here we go. And we're gonna have to break it into segments so we don't get struck down. We're still up live, right, guys?
Yes.
Beautiful. So we did it the right way. All right. So I'm gonna stop it I'll try every minute. Okay. Here we go.
All right. Now I think it's safe to say that every decade has had their share of iconic toys. Like if you were a kid in the 1970s, you had like the Pet Rock and the old speak and spell that talks like the devil.
Hello, I am the devil. Spell the words murder.
Wait a minute, what?
I command you to kill the family dog.
And if you're a kid in the 1930s, all you had was like a hoop on a stick. Is this fun? I can't tell. I don't know. I haven't eaten in 3 days. Anything's fun at this point. But fortunately for me, I grew up in the 1990s. I have to admit, had some pretty cool toys. So for all you youngins out there that grew up playing Flappy Frog or whatever the fuck it was that you did on your iPad, I'm going to go through 3 iconic toys from the 90s, and I'm going to give them a letter grade that corresponds to how cool I thought
we still got to bop it.
So what he's going to do is he's going to go through these 3 toys of the 90s. He starts off with Tamagotchis, but
I had a
anyway.
Tamagotchi.
You had a Tamagotchi?
I had a Tamagotchi.
Who in the chat right now had a fucking Tamagotchi?
One's in the chat. We'll go through these toys. One's in the chat if you had a Tamagotchi. 2's if you did not have a Tamagotchi.
Wait, what is Liz?
Liz says she left her phone in her friend's car and she had to call them on Facebook to be able to get it back. So they're just talking about the sheer horror that she went through today when she realized she didn't have her phone. Buckshot Kid with a 2. Wolfers with a 1.
Mm-hmm.
J Hall, Jerome with an N had a chia pet.
I had a chia pet too.
Javi
Uchiha.
He did not, or he did have a. He did
Alexa,
have a Tamagotchi.
Alexa did not.
Alexa did not. They don't have a German version of Tamagotchi. Alexa, you should check that out. Lizbeth did not have a Tamagotchi. Kibbles and Bits did not have a Tamagotchi. Lab Rat did, and Scott Simpson did not.
Dope. All right, let's continue.
First up, Tamagotchis. Now, Tamagotchis took my 2nd grade classroom by storm back in the day. And for those of you that are unaware, Tamagotchis were little digital pets that you'd take care of and you'd feed. And if you were the weird kid in class, you'd probably fucking talk to it. You're my best friend in the whole world, Tamagotchi. I don't care.
That was you, right, Colin?
If my dad says you're just a stupid keychain. They were a huge hit back then. Every kid had one. And why wouldn't you? I mean, who wants to clean shit from a big-ass dog when you could clean up fake shit from a fake-ass dog? It makes sense. And it wasn't just dogs that they had to choose from. They had all sorts of animals. They had cats and turtles, goddamn water buffalo, you name it. Now, for me personally, I didn't have a Tamagotchi, but I did have a generic off-brand one that I won from a gumball machine. And my little fake animal was a dinosaur, or at least that's what it said it was.
Which ones did you have, Colin?
I think I had a Tamagotchi.
Yeah, but
I just don't. I think I had the dog one, but there was some that you had where they would grow into certain things depending on like what you fed it and how you fed it and how you treated it and stuff like that. And I can't remember if it was a Tamagotchi or if it was something else.
Jerome Hall had a Digipooch. What the fuck? Elizabeth had an egg and a Coke bottle. Baby in high school.
What's a Coke bottle baby?
What's a Coke bottle baby?
Is that anything like a Coke baby or a crack baby?
I'm interested.
Were you like high on Coke bottles when you?
She's got this. You know, I got to tell you, Elizabeth, the vet was really worried about you, and so was I. I'm glad to see you here. So just put it out there. What is it? What does it say that? What does it say there?
Looks and sounds like a fake ass bootleg South Park episode.
All right, here we go.
But that generic shit just looked like a fucking blob with a face on it. But regardless, I took care of that little blob with a face on it for weeks. And over time, it grew a tail, and then some legs, and a fucking goatee and shit. It was growing up right in front of my stupid little face. That was until one weekend, I rented the game Star Fox 64 from Blockbuster, and, I played that shit for like 40 hours straight, which meant that my fake-ass dinosaur was left neglected the entire time. Hey, I took a shit over here. Can you come wipe me now? Anybody? No? Okay, then. And it didn't dawn on me until I showed up to school the following Monday and seen all my classmates with their Tamagotchis. Dude, check it out. My water buffalo grew a mustache. What's your dinosaur look like now? What? Oh, shit. Whoopsie. Sure as hell I got home that day. My fucking Tamagotchi looked like a crime scene in an episode of Law & Order. It's face down, dead as hell, surrounded by piles of its own shit. And that was pretty much the end of it. So I guess we'll give Tamagotchis a B, and we'll give it an A+ for the emotional trauma that it caused an entire generation of children. Next up, the Bop It.
All right, we'll pause it there. You know what a fucking Bop It is?
Yeah, you pull it, you twist it, you bop it. There was a lot of those games that were like that, like the what was the one that the Skip It? You remember the Skip It, Ray?
Oh my god, skip it, the commercial.
Yeah, you had the Skip
Up
It.
and down and twist your ankle. Skip.
So like these were toys that were created to get you to go outside and do things. Now they don't really have those toys for kids anymore. It's tablets. You get on your tablet and try to do things.
Oh, Canada Spaceman. They didn't have Bop It in Canada apparently.
What would they have called it in Canada?
Well, they're very kind people in Canada. So I'm assuming something with that says Bop It
Yeah, they added more stuff to it. They had the flick it and the spin it. Yeah.
Oh, well, listen to this kid. Watch this.
Now, the Bop It was a fun game. It was basically an electronic version of Simon Says. The game tells you what to do, and then you do it. Bop it. Okay. And you just keep going until your stupid little fourth grader brain gets overloaded and you screw up. Game over. You lose. Now, the only problem that I had with the Bop It was, well, I don't really know how else to say this, but, well, the thing looked like a fucking sex toy, didn't it? I can't be the one that...
It does.
And my next door neighbor, Michael, got one. He didn't know what the hell to make of the thing. I don't get it. Do I play with this thing, or do I just shove it up my asshole? Whoa, what the hell? Where'd you kids get that thing? God damn it, what did I tell you about messing around in your mother's dresser drawer? Get over here, you're gonna get 10 across the ass. Regardless,
I'm going to start saying that to people. You're going to get 10 across the ass. That is fantastic. So that's what you did? You fucking bought, like, you had to follow it? It talked to you and shit?
Yeah, it was like Simon Says.
Hmm.
And it got faster. So it would be like, bop it. Pull it.
Oh, shit. Sonic the
Pull
Hedge
it.
Rat.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, he said that. They didn't have bop it in Canada. They had blackface.
That is terrible.
But yeah, then it got faster, and you had to kind of remember the combinations and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, here we go.
I still think the Bop It was a cool toy, even if it had some sexual overtones. Bop it. Pull it. Suck it. Wait, what? Game over. You lose. So I'm going to go ahead and give the Bop It a B- as a toy and a B+ for a sex toy. All right, moving on. Last but not least, we got the Furby.
In the 90s, they had so many shitty, like, weird fucking toys. Now, he's about to talk about the Furbies. Well, what's some of the real weirdo toys that you remember back in the 90s? Like, weirdo toys.
Oh, man, I can't even remember. Wow, they made those in 1998. I was trying to think, like Furbies, were they really a 90s toy? But yeah, they came out in 98.
1998, huh?
Yeah.
Well, technically, it was a. So you don't remember any?
They were like the hottest thing that Christmas too. That was what's so crazy. You couldn't find. They were like Tickle Me Elmo. You could not find these things anywhere.
Well, let's find out why.
Yeah, they really were kind of creepy, Liz. You're right.
Let's listen to the way he describes this thing. You ready? Wow, I made $150 off of this toy in 1998. Lab Rat said, "That's a lot of money back then, brother." Here we go.
Well, the Furby was basically a three-dimensional version of the Tamagotchi, just a fucking stuffed animal that you're supposed to take care of. The Furbies had two main differences. One, they were annoying as hell, and two, they didn't fucking die. Now, these things were ugly as hell. I have no idea who the hell came up with the Furby, but I imagine it was some methed-out guy in a board meeting like, all right, so what if we took, like, a Pokemon and then gave it Steve Buscemi's eyeballs, and then we make it fart? Would you buy that? Oh, well, hell yeah, I'd buy that. I think I'd buy several. Now,
it does look like Steve Buscemi's. This is ridiculous.
And random.
Oh,
that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, let's continue. Hold on, I gotta rewind that part.
Do you remember the Teddy Ruxpins and the Teddy Ruxpin? What was the My Buddies? My buddy,
of course.
My buddy.
That was the 80s, though. All right, let's go back to this guy again. I had to hear this part again.
Board meeting, like, all right, so what if we took, like, a Pokemon and then gave it Steve Buscemi's eyeballs, and then we make it fart? Would you buy that? Oh, well, hell yeah, I'd buy that. I think I'd buy several. Now, personally, I didn't want anything to do with Furbies when I was a kid. I mean, for one, I just didn't understand why anybody would want one in the first place. The thing just farts and talks bullshit to himself. My Uncle Rick already does that. What the hell do I need a Furby for?
My brother Rick
I thought they were creepy as hell. I mean, when they would talk in their own bullshit Furbish language all the time. Beep, pop, poo, poo. But eventually they start to learn English, and then they just pepper it in here and there. Cheep, cheep, bee, boo, fucking chicken poppergosh. What the hell? That thing just say chicken poppergosh? Oh my god, it's learning. Burn it. We have to burn it and bury the ashes. And the most horrific experience I ever had with a Furby was when I was staying over my friend Tommy's house one night, and all of a sudden his Furby just starts yelling at us in the middle of the night. Party! Party! Whoop, whoop!
Watch the way they fucking react to this. This is great. What do you got there? Steve Buscemi eyes.
Just tuned in to Steve. Sorry, Lonesome Lenny.
Lonesome Lenny. You got to watch the show from the beginning. This is fucking fantastic, bro. Here we go.
What the hell? Tommy, oh, shut your Furby up. It's trying to party with us. What, the thing we're in a fucking frat house, for Christ's sake? I look over, and Tommy's staring at this thing like it's a goddamn poltergeist, terrified as hell. Meanwhile, this goddamn thing keeps yelling, party, party, over and over again, like it's on spring break in the Bahamas. So now I'm starting to freak out myself. I have to approach this Furby like a fucking hostage negotiator. I don't know what the hell's going on with this thing. I don't know if it's broken or if it's possessed by a fucking speaking spell.
I am the devil. I command you to party with a Furby.
Tommy, quick, how do I turn this thing off?
I don't know, dude. Let's just ignore it and go back to sleep.
So since I can't find an off switch or take the batteries out without a screwdriver, I decide to shake the shit out of it and hope for the best. But of course, there's no such thing as shaken Furby syndrome, so we're back to square one.
Shaken Furby syndrome. Oh my gosh, this is great.
Dude,
You're gonna send me down a rabbit hole of watching
bro,
these.
it just gets like it's hilarious, man. And he has another channel that the animation is better, but it's the same dude telling different stories. It's great. Here we go.
Party, party! So now, in a panic, I huck this goddamn thing into Tommy's closet, and for the rest of the night, you listen to this fucking Furby babble on and on and on.
Party, party.
Now, what that Furby was doing in Tommy's closet, I have no idea. But I imagine it was partying all night long, doing shots of tequila with a G.I. Joe and fucking Etch-a-Sketch. So I think it's safe to say that we're going to have to give the old Furby a big fat F. Actually, let's give it 2 Fs, and those can stand for fuck Furbies. How about that? Yeah.
Oh man, dude, that was fucking delightful.
That's good.
That was fucking delightful. I'm almost tempted to do one more, but they have this one where they just kids back in the days, we used to go out and do stupid shit. God, I'm almost tempted to show you one more, but you know what? We have some other stories to go. This was. How did you like this channel?
No, this is great. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go check this out. I would. Yeah, these are funny. These are dead. And that's I like that crappy style of animation. I know somebody was like, "Oh, the animation's terrible." Sometimes. So do you remember the Lonely Island, Ray?
Not familiar with it.
It's Andy Samberg and his 2 buddies. They do like the rap music. They do the songs like I'm on a Boat. They did the Dick in a Box. Like they do the funny SNL songs and stuff like that, right?
Uh-huh.
A lot of like their early stuff is just so terrible, but it's like terrible on purpose, right? Like it's kind of like how I did like this song right here. Like where the voiceover is just like you can tell it's just terrible. Like you're
It's just
expecting
shit.
something great and then it's just like shit, right? Like it has its own little like artist touch to it, right?
Right.
But that's what you get here, and it's really cool and it's pretty fucking funny. Yeah. Very witty.
Oh man, that I haven't laughed, dude. So last night, so you know when you go onto the section of YouTube,
Yeah.
when it just fucking just suggests something that you might find funny, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And I saw the '90s toys. I was like, all right, let me try. All right, I got to play this one. I'm sorry, Colin. I have to play this one last
No,
one.
it's okay. It's okay. We'll just
This shit.
areas.
The chat. Let me know if this is too much, but this shit is fucking hilarious because this is shit that I used to do when I was a kid, and I thought it was just me, but check this one out. This is it's called Trampoline, and again, ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube channel is youtube.com/Bruce Stew Films. Again, Bruce Stew Films. You have it scrolling down there, guys. Check it out, man. It is fucking hilarious. I'm gonna share the screen right now on this one. And one more story, and then we'll go into a couple of news topics, and we'll jump into our top 5. Cool?
Yes.
All right, cool. Here we go. Let me just rewind this back.
All right, we all had that friend.
Let me do this again. Here we go.
All right, we all had that friend growing up that had all the cool toys that you never had. You get all jealous, like, oh, cool, look, he's got a Nintendo 64, and I'm over here with 3 Lincoln Logs. Cool. And that kid to me was my friend David. He had pretty much everything he wanted as a kid. For example, David had a bunk bed in his room, but David was an only child. So what the hell does he need a bunk bed for? I didn't know all your stuffed animals needed a place to sleep. God forbid. He had all the cool stuff. He could top
Carl Stein. The Goosebumps guy.
Say it again.
The picture that he has there, the R.L. Stein photo, that's the guy that writes all the Goosebumps books.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I guess there's a lot of look at the Furby fucking sitting on the counter.
He's got Pilot Wings 64. Pilot Wings 64 was good. I like the Pilot Wings series.
You want to hear something funny, man? I had a friend, and his name was David Jimenez, and he was this kid. This dude had, back in the day, who had ColecoVision? How old are you guys? Not old enough.
I knew a kid that he had everything. He had PlayStation 2 when it first came. He was the only child.
Bro.
And his mom would buy him everything whenever it came out.
This kid had ColecoVision, and he had a fucking steering wheel and a fucking gimmick for the fucking gas and for the a physical gas pedal and a physical brake pedal that he connected to the ColecoVision. This is like way ahead of his time. Lawrence Weaver had the ColecoVision. The most shitty control ever. I had Atari 2600 too, Jerome Hall. I had that too. But let's go back and let's what Elizabeth say? Oh my God, I had ColecoVision. Yes, we are all very old. Here we go. Let's jump into this story. It's quite delightful.
Far. You finally got that sweet holographic Charizard Pokemon card. Guess what? He's got 3 of them, and they're all autographed by a real live Charizard. Suck on that. The dude had 3 Razor mini scooters. 3 of them. What do you need 3 scooters for, David? You have 2 legs on your body. You're not a goddamn millipede. You don't need multiple scooters to ride around on. But out of everything David had, the trampoline in his backyard was the best.
Let's stop right there. You just bought your kids a trampoline, didn't you?
Yeah, but it says max weight 220 pounds.
Aren't you like close?
Like 205, yeah.
So how's that working out for you?
Well, I don't even have it fully put together yet because it came with the like you see the fence thing that goes around them now, like the little cage. Right. So you have to build the freaking trampoline. This is the hard part, Ray.
Okay.
So we put the trampoline together, right?
Mm.
Have you ever put a trampoline together, Ray?
No, we couldn't afford one.
You've been on a trampoline though, right?
Of course.
So you know those springs that go from the trampoline to the metal, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to pull each one of those. It comes with like a little hook tool, right? So that you can like hook it in there and get it to pull. Dude, those things, ever since I was a kid, the springs on a trampoline are like the worst fucking thing. Like you got to be like a big ass jacked like rip dude. My arms the next day were so fucking sore from pulling all these springs. It was like 100 of them, and you have to pull them and put them on the thing. And oh my gosh! So we didn't bother putting the rest of the trampoline together after that because we got the base of the trampoline put together, right? And then there's there's probably another hour or 2 that we would have of still putting up the poles and doing the whole fenced in thing so my kids don't fall off.
All right. So apparently a lot of people in the chat had that one rich friend or that one friend.
Yeah, we all did. Oh yeah, everybody does. Everybody does.
Was anybody that friend that had? Because I didn't have everything. But let's continue this real quick, bro.
Day he got it, all the kids in the neighborhood just marveled at it. We can bounce up to the moon on this damn thing. And boy, did we. We jumped on that thing and jumped and jumped and jumped our little asses off. We did that for like a whole 15 minutes. All right, that was fun. Now what do we do? How about we try to hurt each other? Oh yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Let's play a game called Dropkick. How do you play Dropkick? Oh, here, I'll show you. That was the name of our favorite game to play on the trampoline. Dropkick. Not the most clever name, but I got the point across. And I'm going to teach you guys how to play Dropkick, all right?
Now, real quick, before he teaches, now this is fucking incredibly dangerous what they do. But as a kid, I mean, think about it, bro. I used to play Manhunt or freeze tag. We used to play in an abandoned school where there were homeless people and fucking like the floors were collapsing from within. So we did some shit. We did this game called Roof Jump, where there was like a 4-foot gap between roofs in the projects, and we would jump over these things. Like fucking, like what's some of the stupid things you did?
Well, I mean, like stuff like that. So like with the trampoline, we'd get about 5 or 6 of us, right? And like when I was in middle school, one of my friend's moms, she was dating this guy, right? And he would come get on the trampoline, and it would be like all of us against him, and he'd be like power bombing us and putting us up for the razor's edge. Like it was so dope because we would just go out there and wrestle each other like it was the WWE or WCW or something like that.
You gotta hit the
What's
music.
up, Brandon? Brandon, oh, hang on. I gotta hit
the music.
Brandon's in the chat.
Brandon's in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to get hazy.
I love this match.
Oh shit! When Brandon's here, we all get excited.
No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
Yes. Welcome, Brandon. You just missed some of the funniest shit. So you're gonna have to rewind this shit and go all the way back, dude. Edibles kicking in.
Awesome.
So edibles kicking in. All right. So Brandon, right now we are watching videos off of this hilarious fucking YouTube channel, and you missed out on a lot of fun shit.
So funny thing about Brandon here. So Brandon likes to stream World of Warcraft, right?
That's what
And
she
he and I have been talking, and he got me back into playing it, right? So like I got on his server. He's way further ahead of me in levels or whatnot, but I'm just kind of slowly leveling my character up and learning the game again, right? And we were chatting, and I was like, yeah, next time we're on, like we should try to get in each other's guilds. And he's like, yeah, I'll try to get you in mine or whatever. And then I made a comment about like our guild bank. Like there was a lot of like really cool stuff in the guild bank. And he's like, well, what guild are you in? And I'm like, I don't know, some guild. I just got randomly invited. Like they just like I'm just running around the city. I didn't have an alliance or whatnot. So they threw me an invite, right? It
Right.
just so happens to be the same exact one that Brandon's in.
Oh wow, interesting.
And so like I mean, like I'm sure from what I understand, this is like one of the bigger guilds or clans or alliances on the server, right?
Hmm.
But just kind of funny that I just get this random ass invite, and it just so happens to be to Brandon's to Brandon's guild. So
I like this.
We're gonna try to play.
I like this look a little better, by the way.
Yeah, this one's nicer. Yeah,
I didn't know that. All right, so let's continue the story. This is fucking great. So
you can go straight this too, where we're not even on the screen.
No, I want to be on the screen though. All right, so here we go. Yeah, reaction. You ready for this?
Yes.
All right, so now these kids
I want to play Dropkick.
on a fucking trampoline. They're playing a game called Dropkick, but it gets better.
Rule number 1, be a dumbass 9-year-old kid. Okay, check. We got that. We all qualify. Rule number 2, try to injure your friends as much as possible, only using your feet. Kick them in the teeth, kick them in the belly, knock the air out of them. Oh, God, I think I'm going to throw up. Do anything you can to try to hurt your best friend. You made somebody bleed? Cool, that's 1 point. You knocked a tooth out? Hey, that's 2 points. All right. Oh, look at that. They're comatose on the ground. Well, guess what? You're the champion now. You'd have kids wearing steel-toe boots. I got my baseball cleats on, ready to ruin somebody's life. Michael would be over there in his bare feet so he could move faster. That's what he always said. I have to be agile. Yeah, Michael, because God forbid your knockoff Jordans are really going to slow you down. Michael, put your goddamn shoes on, for Christ's sake. You're freaking everybody out. Jesus Christ. Well, at least cut your damn toenails once in a while with your nasty Wolverine feet. God, you're disgusting. Rule number 3, don't touch the ground. Now, chances were that at some point somebody would kick you off the trampoline, but if you touch that ground, you are out. You're done playing dropkick for that round. Michael, you're on the ground. You're out. No, I'm not. I'm in. I can still play. Michael, your leg is broken in half, dude. Sit this one out. You lost. Sometimes you get kicked, and you get lucky and be able to grab onto the chain link fence. You're back.
So that's the fence that you're trying to build?
No. That looks like that's just a chain link fence in their backyard. They were just getting kicked off the trampoline and jumping on it.
Got it.
Back would slide down it like a cheese grater. You fall back on the trampoline. Your back's bleeding like a gunshot wound. I'm still in. I'm in, okay? Careful where you step. It's slippery. There's blood all over the place. Then you'd have kids like my buddy's little brother, Matt, who was like a whole 48 pounds at the time. His ass was so light, if he jumped up too high, a stiff breeze could carry him right over the fence. He had the hardest time playing dropkick because there wasn't any weight classes when we played. So
much like the UFC, in the beginning of the UFC, did you have that too? You had that one tiny friend that we all abused. That you all abused.
Well, it was usually like the little brother of like one of the friends, like how this kid is. Like he'd come over and he'd just be too small and want to play, and then he'd end up being the one getting beat up because like the adult, like I said, like the dude that was the girl's boyfriend, he would come and beat us up because he was like a 30, 40-year-old man, right? We're all like 12 and 13-year-olds, right?
What the fuck's wrong with that guy?
Then the little kid was like 7 or 8. So we could all like pick him up and body slam him as like 12 and 13-year-olds. So he would be the one that we would pick up and beat up. But so you see this blue thing around the trampoline, right?
Yeah.
So in the 80s and 90s, we didn't have it's supposed to protect you from the
springs.
The springs, right?
Right.
Well, my friend's trampoline, the springs would pop off.
Oh shit!
And there were parts of the trampoline where there was like 1 or 2 springs missing, like around the whole like trampoline, right?
Mhm.
And I remember one time that we were bouncing, and Ray, I don't know what happened. I jumped, something right where when I bounced, you know how like when you're jumping on a trampoline and somebody else bounces you, you'll sometimes buckle your legs or whatnot.
Sure.
Well, I somehow bounced and got thrown over. Right, I might have been drop kicked. We might have been playing drop kick. I
You
don't
could have
even
been
know.
playing
Right,
dropkick. Yeah.
and my foot goes in the hole where the spring is supposed to be, right?
Mhm.
And my other foot goes on the other side of the metal pole that's
Oh.
around, and I go,
Oh no!
right,
Right in the
and
right in the penis.
and I do one of these things. I don't stop and stay. I hit it, and then I slowly just
You
kind of
slowly.
like just my foot gets caught under the trampoline, so I'm just kind of sideways.
Well, that's why we all have body aches. But let's see what
Oh,
happens.
my balls hurt really badly when that happened.
Let's see what happens to the little guy here.
Little Matt there, he'd have to face off against somebody like Corey, who had the physique of a middle-aged garbage man.
I was
He's got
Corey.
like a hot dog in one hand. Yeah, let's get it on. Corey couldn't
You
even
still
jump
have
in
hot
the
dogs
air.
in your
There's no
hand.
way he's getting his big ass airborne. So he just fall on his butt, launch Matt into the stratosphere. It's a technical knockout. Matt is disqualified. He didn't touch the ground. Yeah, well, you're not supposed to be in outer space either. He's disqualified. He's done. Rule number 4. This is the final rule of dropkick. Don't get hit by the big rock. Now, you might be asking yourself, big rock? What big rock?
Wait until you hear about what these fucking idiots did. Here we go.
Well, as if a bunch of 9-year-olds throwing their bodies around like a circus act wasn't dangerous enough, you'd put a big 16-pound garden rock on the trampoline. There you go. Now you gotta dodge this big-ass bowling ball rock while people are trying to kick you in the forehead. That sounds fun. This thing's flying through the air, landing on people's toes. You'd be looking the wrong way. Big-ass rock comes out of nowhere, breaks your pelvis. Little Matt's face is totally filled with terror. He knows if he gets hit with that damn rock, he's gonna explode on impact. That's what he's gonna do. He'd have David's mom come outside and check on us. Hey, any of you guys want some lemonade? No? Nobody? Oh, you boys and your silly games. You'd have other
Real quick. So it is funny because that is the way it was back in the day, bro. Like we would do the most dangerous shit. Like literally, so in the projects, in the backyard of the projects, Colin, and guys out there and girls out there in the chat, you know, we used to play like in between buildings.
Yeah.
And there would be like hypodermic needles. So we would do crazy shit, like fucking play darts with the hypodermic needles that we found. Think about that. And
It's
then
crazy,
we would end up throwing them at each other.
So
Go
we
ahead.
didn't play with a rock on the trampoline, right? We would take the trucks off a skateboard,
Uh-huh.
and we would sit there and watch somebody like try to do flips and kick flips and things like that with the skateboard, right? There were at times where you had to be careful to not get hit in the head full force with a skateboard.
What?
So Buckshot Kid's worried about you, Ray.
Why? No, I
You
don't have
have the
HIV.
HIV. You don't have
No.
the HIV?
I mean,
Oh,
that was
okay.
when I was a kid, bro. I got tested multiple times since then.
I heard the HIV affects kids differently than adults, kind of like COVID. You're good.
Okay. Well, maybe it just went away like COVID a long time ago. Anyway. All right, let's continue this.
kids from the neighborhood staring at us from a distance. Oh my God, what are they doing? Hey, you guys want to play drop kick? What's it called? Drop kick, garden rock, trampoline game? No, we'll play hide and seek or something instead. Are you sure? It's really, really fun. There's a dead kid over here. Yeah, we know, he's disqualified. Hey, you guys got any Band-Aids or some morphine?
Oh man, that was
that was us because our parents didn't care. Like when I was in Scouts, have you ever been tubing, Ray? Like
the fuck is tubing?
where so they take you know how you can ski and stuff behind boats, right?
Mhm.
Well, they take the same line for skiing and they attach a tube to it, right? Like an inner tube, and you just go behind the boat and you just hang on for dear life on this inner tube, right? You just ride behind the boat, right? So our Scoutmasters would they would string two of these tubes, right? The tubes on the back of the boat, right? And there would be two of us on each of these floats, right? So there's 4 kids hanging on for dear life on the back of this float while the Scoutmasters are flying through the lake, right? and trying to kill us, right? While we're trying to kill each other, right? Like we'll be trying to hit each other. So when the tubes were close to each other, we would be trying to kick the other people off the tube, right? And then the scoutmasters, of course, would see like other boats' wakes and try to go through it to launch us up in the air. Dude, we would catch air on these inner tubes flying up off the lake. You would get thrown off of them because like a lot of times there's a lot of force. Like when the boat turns, if you're on the inside of the boat when the boat turns, the inner tube just kind of sits in the middle. And it just gets a lot of waves, right?
Right.
But imagine the boat, if you're on the outside when the boat's turning, you're like a whip. You're being thrown like straight out and the water's really calm and stuff. So you're skipping like a rock.
Right.
And it is, dude, when you get done, if you've been hanging on for dear life like this, your forearms, your biceps, like everything will be like burning. And we try to kill each other. Scoutmasters try to kill each other. It was the most fun. We would be telling them to go towards the wake so that we could launch ourselves up in the air on these inner tubes, right? And the best is finding a houseboat. Like if a houseboat's coming through, the houseboat makes a lot of like wake behind it. Man, you hit that, flying through the. I mean, you would think like, oh man, these scoutmasters are trying to hurt us, but we had like it was so much fun, right? Like kids these days, they would try to sue or get somebody in trouble with some shit like that.
Just you know what? I'm gonna put this back up. Kids nowadays are hypersensitive.
Yes, Alexa, thank you.
It's fucking true. Lawrence Weaver says, dude, we used to ride in the back of a pickup truck to games 6-7 deeps, bumping up and down the whole time. You know, it's true because I remember, you know, my best friend Georgie, his father George used to have a station wagon. And he would literally pile like 10 fucking kids in the station wagon. And we would drive from Manhattan all the way up to like Elizabeth fucking New Jersey to go camping in one station wagon, nobody strapped in. And I'm sure George had a couple of beers. George, you ever remember Bad News Bears, where where
He's
Shoemaker,
Walter Matthau.
Yeah, he had the cooler with the beer in it. And it's funny, and nobody fucking died back then.
So we used to do this too. So we would go to riding in the back of a pickup. We would go to my dad's. We had like lake property. He's since sold it, but we would go camping on this lake property.
Okay.
And my dad's friend had a pickup, right? So me being the youngest and the smallest, I rode in the pickup cab with my dad and our friend's dad, right?
Smallest in the
We
pants,
had
right?
the whole back of the pickup stuff with all our camping gear and everything like that, right? But my brother and his best friend, they had it set up where they could sit in the back of the pickup truck and they were comfy and cozy. Like they were laying down the whole entire time or just kind of cozied in with everything around them, right? Like you couldn't get away with riding in the back of your pickup truck like that. I think you have to be 18 or older now to ride in the back of a pickup. Some states it's wholly illegal. You can't even ride in the back of a pickup anymore.
I don't know. I'm in the city, dude. We don't have many pickup trucks, and the ones that we do have are the 2-door, the 4-door ones, the big ones with the back seats. It's not a real pickup truck. But hey, dude, you know, speaking about city, if you don't mind, I don't know if you heard about this. What does it say? My cousin,
his uncle was actually Otis from Andy Griffith and spent weekends
get
in
the
the
fuck
jungle.
out of here. Are you serious?
Yeah, I know a lot of kids. We had a bridge like that in Charlotte that we would jump off of down into the Catawba River.
Now, Mr. Weaver, are you serious? Like, are you this serious?
No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
Or are you this serious?
And we serious like a lake, period.
All right, we gotta find out. Anywho, dude, so I'm gonna play this gimmick here. Oh wait, what did I just fucking do? I hit it. No, I gotta make the screen bigger. What do you do? Theater mode. Okay. So this is a story coming out of New York, Bronx, New York. You know, I'm always complaining about the MTA and how shit's going crazy here in New York City and how it's unsafe. And I have to check out this fucked up story. You probably didn't hear it by where you are, but this is some fucked up shit. And this has been happening since the pandemic. Check it out.
In the Bronx tonight, a search for a suspect in an attack that can only be described as disgusting. That attack happened in a subway station. The man threw feet on a woman who was waiting for a train and then took off. That horrified victim today talked to Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim.
It is an attack on the subway, so vile, so disgusting. There are few words to describe the indecency. In this video released by the NYPD, you can see a man take something out of a bag. That's something, human feces, which he then throws and rubs on a woman's face. No apparent motive. That woman says she was attacked out of nowhere. Speaking in Spanish, the victim
she's Hispanic, isn't she?
says her assailant spread it all over her face and into her hair. She says she was sitting on a bench on her phone when she was struck. It happened so quickly. She didn't realize what had happened until after he fled. Police say it happened last Monday, February 21st, around 5:15 p.m. on the southbound platform of the East 241st Street subway station in the Bronx. The victim says 2 days after she was attacked here, she was harassed and followed by another man on the train in Brooklyn. In that incident, she said other riders were on board to help keep her safe. The mayor today saying incidents like this reinforce the need for a focus.
The mayor.
To address mental illness.
I feel sorry for New York.
After a subway safety plan went into effect, he's ready to make some tweaks.
I'm sitting down tomorrow to do an evaluation. I went out yesterday some of the subway stations and talked to the officers on the ground to ask them their pros and cons. What could we be doing differently?
As for the victim in the Bronx, she's hoping the mayor's plan to curb crime on the subway will work.
So they did, I'm going to share this with you. They did fucking arrest the guy.
Yeah, hopefully they found him.
You see here.
I'm pretty sure he's got a rap sheet.
This is the piece of shit.
If you're smearing shit on somebody, you probably have a rap sheet. I'm sorry.
Look at this piece of shit. Look at this fucking scumbag out in the street being arrested. So, dude, I mean, the one thing I notice is that in New York City, most places, look at this. Oh, you didn't see this one part. Oh, you got to see this. Hold on. I got to share this one part. I fucking missed this. And this is the fucked up thing about this. All right, chat. You might get a little tight, a little upset at this. Watch this piece of shit. Ready? Look at his face. Watch as he goes down. Look at him. Look at him. Smiling. What a piece of fucking... He's worse than the shit he shoved into the face of that poor lady. Now, what I notice here in New York City is that most people that are getting attacked are the weakest. It's usually old people.
It's older people, older women.
They pick on Asians for some fucking goddamn reason. It's just incredibly, very, small women. Like, you never see a motherfucker do that, try to shove a shit bag in my face. Because I would have fucking choked that guy from behind until he didn't breathe anymore. I probably would have killed him. I probably would have went to jail. Could you imagine that, Colin?
Yeah, no, I would. There was no me getting up to clean myself off. That dude is not calmly walking away like that. I'm sorry. Like you start to put something in my face, I'm getting up and trying to grab you and figuring out what the fuck is going on.
What is so? One thing I'll say is here in New York City, and I don't know what the things are like where you are, because it's totally different. But in New York City, I have seen that things there are more cops on the fucking platform. You know what, dude? I have to piss. Is it possible for me to get up, walk away? You keep these people entertained for like 2 minutes while I go and urinate.
I mean, I can keep all kinds of people.
So I'm gonna pull myself off the screen for literally 2. I'm just gonna go right next door. I'm gonna do.
Are you gonna lock yourself in the bathroom again?
No, but because we're gonna jump into our top 5. So is that cool?
Yeah, that works.
All right, good. I've had a long fucking day. I'll be right back.
That's good. You go ahead. Come right back, Ray. Let's see. So don't close the door, as Lisbeth says. Let's see. Yeah, I would probably do the same thing too, Alexa. Like, yeah, that's really uncalled for. Like, I mean, a lot of these people, well, that's the thing. That's the one thing you do have to be worried about with these things on the subway, because a lot of people carry knives on them. And I know that there have been some incidents recently where in New York, a lot of people have been getting stabbed with knives. I think there was a report, and Ray can kind of tell me this when he comes back. There was a report where a man and a boyfriend and girlfriend were on the subway platform, and another person kind of got in an argument with them. And the couple, the man like pulled a knife out and ended up stabbing the person. So this is this is just craziness. Craziness all the way around that we've got going on in New York and in this world. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Lenny. We appreciate you guys stopping by. If you don't mind, make sure you hit that like button on the stream. Go and subscribe. And if you're on Twitch, Lenny, actually while Ray is gone, he's I think he's locked himself in the bathroom again. Make sure you guys head on over to twitch.tv/ridiculously random pod. Give us a follow, jump in and write a comment. Hang out over there for a little bit. We'll see your comments here in the chat. And
how do we switch the boxes over? There we go. That's how we were before.
And yeah, so hit the like and subscribe button. Appreciate you, Lenny. Head on over to Twitch and give us a follow over there. Interact in the comments. That'll really help us out. Yes, Miss Tia, gently touch the like. I said smash it, lab rat.
Hey, did you hear about that shit about Elon Musk?
The Russian stuff?
Yeah, the shit that he fucking turned on the fucking internet.
The Starlink thing, his new cool little decentralized internet that he's got.
Yo, isn't that fucking crazy? So basically, for people that don't know, like, so you know what's going on with fucking the world right now, but so basically, Russia, they shut down all the internet over in Russia. So what Elon Musk did, Elon Musk is like, well, fuck you, and he gave them his own internet off of fucking that's incredible that he can do that.
It's called Starlink, and you get your own like independent internet satellite. So it's harder to hack. It's not like on a cell phone tower or anything like that. So it's even harder for you to kind of trace and all those types of things. So Russia would have a really hard time hacking Ukrainian information and all that type of stuff.
Facts, by the way. I had to get that A-ball in. Honestly, I'm at my house. So when I'm at home, I don't always wash my hands after I pee. Do you? Colin?
Trying to think. Not all the time, no.
Not every single time, right?
Every single time,
no.
no.
My dick is fucking clean. And it's actually very lovely as well. Before we jump into top 5 real quick. So for those that don't know, let me grab this. Got myself one of these, Colin.
You bought an Xbox controller?
I bought an Xbox.
Oh, that's an Xbox controller.
The Xbox is over there. I bought the Series S. And, you know, all the PlayStation fans were telling me, oh, no, it's a waste of money. It's bullshit. It's terrible. I've been playing on this 32-inch 4K screen here. And the games look fucking incredible. They play incredible. I've been playing NBA 2K, MLB The Show. I downloaded Madden 21. Why that Xbox sucks? Is that a question or is that a statement?
Yeah, he's like, why that Xbox sucks?
It doesn't suck. That's the thing. I thought it would. So I got my son a PS5. He's not going to open the son of a bitch till July 11th, his birthday, right? So I said to myself, shit, you know, I thought he would fucking open it as soon as I got it, because what I was going to do is I was going to take the PlayStation 4 that he has there and bring it here, because sometimes, you know, I don't have anything to do. You know, on my days off, I edit my shows. I do my shows. Most of the shows I do and the editing I do is on Wednesday. So Thursdays, tomorrow, I really don't have anything to do. Maybe I'll do some laundry and everything, but that's not going to take all fucking day. Well, anyway, I was watching video after video after video about Xbox Series S, not X. The only downfall is that, and yes, the Series X is better, but do I want to drop $600 on a system that I'm probably going to play 4 hours a week, maybe once or maybe twice a week? Probably not. What I am going to do is I'm going to download a whole bunch of the retro games I grew up playing, which I did. A lot of the Sega Genesis. You want to hear something cool? You know Scott Woodford?
I feel bad now, Ray, because if I had known that you were looking for like an Xbox or something like that, like I have an old Xbox 360, I would have sent it to you.
Well, I had the Xbox 360, and I never, because of my experience with the Xbox 360 and the Red Ring of Death.
Oh yeah. Well, this is a second. This was one of the later gens, so you didn't have. I had the same issue, bro. The Red Ring of Death. I heard about it. I had one of those first generation Xboxes. Like and see, I wish I had kept my old consoles, but I went and took my Xbox and traded it up for the 360 and paid a little extra or whatnot because I really wanted Guitar Hero. And I had that first Xbox for about 6 months. Had heard all the Red Ring of Death shit, all of that. Was like, oh man, I didn't get it. And then bam, Red Ring of Death, sent it in, they refurbed it, got my new one back on all that stuff. Like, yeah, that was such a headache, dude.
It is a headache.
It was such a headache.
I gotta tell you something, Colin. For somebody like myself that doesn't play a bunch, like today I played one game of NBA 2K. I played the full 12 minutes. It was fantastic. Like, it looks phenomenal. Now I know, look, I'm not stupid. I understand that this is not running at full 4K, but it does what do you call it? Scale up to 4K. So you're getting pretty much 1440p, which is incredible. Most of the games that are running right now on any system, whether it be the PS5, do your homework, whether the PS5, the Xbox, or whatever, they're not running full 4K, all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So these games look incredible. I get and I have the Xbox, what is it called? The Game Pass,
yeah.
Ultimate. So the first month is $1, $14 a month, which is what's $14 a month? $14 a month. And bro, I have access to hundreds of fucking games that I can play either off the cloud. I can play this shit on my phone. I can connect. I was like, what the fuck? So this is what I'm gonna do. Anybody who's interested, I'm gonna be playing a lot of NBA 2K22. I'm gonna be playing the show when it comes out, 22, and I am going to put my gamer tag right up here. And if you guys want to shoot me a request, please add me. I would love to play with you guys. So you can find me easy. I'm Big Ray HMG on Xbox.
Yeah, that's the one thing I am jealous about with the Xbox guys than the PlayStation 4. Their Game Pass system is so much better than the PS TV or whatever it is that they have, where you can just go and play certain games and things like that. Like, yeah, and I think they put new games on the Game Pass sometimes too. If they have big releases for like a week or two or a month, they'll have like the new game on and you can test it out.
So this is how. Well, I don't know. See, here's the thing. I think as long as you continue to play, and correct me if I'm wrong. So you can download.
You can get free Madden.
Well, that's the thing.
If you have Twitch Prime, yeah.
I downloaded. What do you mean if you have Twitch Prime?
So, all right. So this is a little cheat code. For anyone, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription,
which I do,
right? And for all of you out there, when we can reach affiliate status on Twitch, which we get more watch hours up, we get more people over there in the Twitch channel chatting it up.
And by the way,
watching over there on Twitch.
Can I just jump in and say that eventually we want to just be on our Twitch channel. So we want, you guys, when you guys come, it's the same shit as YouTube. Just come over or maybe on our YouTube and Twitch channel. But really we want to do our Twitch channel alone.
Yeah.
So we're trying to build an audience. We're not making you pay for anything or anything stupid like that. But hey, that's what we want to do, right, Colin? Are you frozen? I think Colin's frozen. Oh shit. I don't know what I'm gonna do without him. Am I frozen? Guys and girls, so in the chat right now, 1, if I'm frozen, 2, if I'm not. I don't know what to say. Anyway, so apparently I'm frozen, or Colin's frozen. Can somebody tell me who's frozen? Colin is frozen. Okay. Okay, I'm getting a phone call here. Hello?
Hi, this is the NYPD officer from 19th Precinct. Do you live in 166 East 96th Street?
Do I live at 166 East 96th? No, I work there.
You work here?
Yeah.
Question. We're trying to get into the building right now for an emergency, and we don't have access to it. Do you know any way that we can get into the building because the front door is locked and we need to get in to ring a doorbell?
I can call the super and ask him. I'm not working right now. You just woke me up, guys.
I'm sorry. We have an emergency, and this was the only number related to this building. That's why.
That's incredible. All right.
Yeah.
All
Do you
right.
have the super's number? If you want, we'll call him.
I do. Just don't tell him I gave it to you.
Absolutely not. That'll be between us.
Give me a second.
This is a residential building?
It is a residential building. And here's the thing. He might not pick up if you call him.
I mean, we'll try it.
Let me call him.
Yeah, if you can call and see, that'd be great.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
All right, no problem. Bye-bye. Well, ain't this some shit, guys? So here's the deal. I'm going to actually call my boss right now and tell him that the cops are outside in front. So be quiet. I don't know what the fuck happened to Colin. I might have to just do the rest of the show by myself, but this is crazy. So I'm going to call, God, I hope there was no bomb or anything. I'm going to call my boss, and his name is Ray. So we're going live here. We're doing this live. Here we go. I'm calling Ray. This is legit. Shh. I'll make believe I was sleeping. Hold on. See if he picks up. This is crazy. What the fuck happened to Colin?
Please leave your message for...
Nope. I'm going to try it again. You know the cops are going to probably just call me right back, right, guys? This is crazy. There's nobody in the building right now. The guy's not fucking picking up his phone. I have no idea what happened to Colin, by the way, guys. I don't have the number to the cops. So what do you think I should do?
Please leave your message for...
Blah, 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 blah. Oh. I don't want you to hear his number. Ray, this is doorman Ray. The cops woke me up. They're trying to get into the building, and I'm calling you like crazy so you can open the front door. So, again, there's an emergency in the building. The cops are trying to get into the building, and you need to open the front door. I'm going back to sleep. So I'm not going back to sleep. Let me call Colin's cell phone, because this is weird. Colin never fucking does this. Just fucking dips out and shit. So let's call Colin's cell phone. Let's see what the fuck happened with Colin. This is the most ridiculous and random episode we've ever had. I don't want to have to do my top 5 by myself, but I'm going to call Colin right now. Here we go. Okay, Colin's fucking not the best. So, all right, here we go. Let's call Colin.
Yeah, what's up?
Colin, you won't believe. So what happened with your internet?
I don't know. It just went down.
So you have no internet?
Yeah, I got no internet right now.
All right, so we'll just do it on the phone.
I think Spectrum's down.
Okay. You want to just continue it on the phone, the show?
I mean, I can't really see anything.
What do you need to see? We're doing the top 5 and we're getting the fuck out of here.
Okay, that works.
We might have to move up. So check this out, Colin. While you were off, the cops called me asking me if I live at 166 East 96th Street, right?
Yeah.
I said, no, I work there. It's incredible. And they're trying to get into the building. I'm trying to call my boss to open the door for the cops. I'm trying to figure out what to do. The trooper, yeah, he is going to be in trouble. The chat is saying the hey, can you jump on StreamYard on your phone?
No, because if you don't have internet connection, StreamYard doesn't work.
Oh man! All right, so I guess we're gonna jump into our top 5. Is that cool with you? And then maybe we'll see.
Yeah. Are you?
What's up?
Are you on? Are you still live?
Yeah, we're live, dude.
Oh, that's cool. Is the chat? Is the chat there?
Chat's fucking right here, Chief. Everybody say hi to Colin, guys. All right. Then
I heard him. Hang on, let me put you back. Let me put you back through the roadcaster. Hang on.
Okay, that works. We could do that. So Colin's gonna put us. So listen, unfortunately, you're gonna have to look at my stupid face most of the time. But Colin, you still there? All right, Colin. All right. So I want.
Am I loud? Am I loud enough? Do I sound good?
You were louder before on the regular phone. Everybody's saying hi.
Can you hear me now? Do I sound louder now?
You sound a little muffled, but back off that thing. You know, you're not sucking a cock.
Well, I've got the thing turned up. It's my favorite.
What thing, Colin? You were better with the phone.
Okay, I'll go back to the phone and off the roadcaster. Hang on.
The roadcaster sounds like shit.
Okay.
Much better. Do you have like a headset or something, or?
No, I don't. That's why I was going back to the roadcaster.
But you sound all right. So 1 in the chat if Colin sounds better on the phone. 2 in the chat if Colin sounds better on the roadcaster. We're about ready to jump into the top 5. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the random. Well, now I have to do this fucking gimmick by myself. The random top 5.
It's now the time for our top 5. For our top 5, it's now the time.
I'm watching you right now, and it won't let me mute the YouTube live for some reason on my phone. But I can see you, Ray.
Colin, what the fuck? I had the music playing. Are you still talking to me, Colin? Hello?
No, I am. I'm still talking to you. Yeah, sorry.
Why would you talk to me in the middle of me playing the top 5 theme?
Because the whole show's just thrown off right now, Ray. Technical difficulties, everything. Oh my goodness.
This is the worst.
You know what?
What?
You know what my top 5 is?
What?
I regret everything that you and I had done to lead us to this point, to where this day just pulled its pants down and took a big giant shit on us, and then drop kicked us off the trampoline onto a rock.
So you didn't answer my question. Why did you interrupt the music?
I don't know, Ray. There was an offset.
Oh, so,
I was watching the YouTube and watching you, and I couldn't mute it.
So could you hear? You can't mute your iPhone?
No.
You full of shit, Colin. Colin, we're talking about 5.
My internet back.
Is it?
No.
Oh. Well, this is what happens when you steal somebody's fucking Wi-Fi.
Well, Joe shouldn't have it for free.
Well, this works. This is fine, right, guys? Everybody's saying 1. Most of the people saying 1. The only person that said 2 was Lawrence Weaver, saying he sounded better on the fucking roadcaster, which I think.
Thank you, Larry.
But you didn't sound better. You sound more clear. If you can back that mouth off, and I'm sure you heard that a couple of times. Anyway, here's the deal. We're doing what are we doing? Top 5. What the fuck are we doing?
Top 5 things you regret.
All right, Colin. So why don't you jump into your do I have
top 5 things you would change about your past.
Right. Do I have access to the emails?
You probably don't.
Mm.
You should, though. You should have access to the emails.
How do I have access to the emails? I would like to read the emails.
You should have access to them.
I don't have access.
We actually have we got like 7 or 8 to read.
Fuck, Colin, you really fucked this.
Hang on, I gotta restart my computer.
Okay, so you may come back.
Yeah, my
all right,
my internet is
so while you're doing
saying that I just need to reset my network adapter.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna try to call my boss again. Okay.
Okay. Are you doing it live on air?
I've been doing this live the whole time.
That's cool. That's awesome. I need to go back and watch that.
I thought you were the one that was calling me, right, guys? I thought he was the one that was actually calling my phone. And as soon as you hung up, I said, "Who the fuck is this private number?" And it was the cops calling me at 1 o'clock in the morning, asking me if I live or some shit like that. I work at 1660, whatever. Everybody knows my building. And then I'm trying to call my boss. I left him a voicemail, and he never woke up. Right now, he's probably fucking just blasted, like home, just sleeping. So I don't know what to do. Anyway,
that's funny.
So we can hold off the top 5 until you get back online. Is the internet working?
Well, my computer's restarting right now, so I'm at the load up screen.
So the question is your internet working, not your computer?
Well, it said, so you can troubleshoot your internet connection, right?
No.
So when I went to go troubleshoot it said I needed to reset my network adapter.
Elizabeth jumps in the chat. She says, and I quote, "I had a drunk guy call me thinking I was his cheating girlfriend." Now, how did that work out? So
how did that work out?
So I think Elizabeth had. So the guy that called Elizabeth thought that Elizabeth was the actual girlfriend that was cheating. Is that how it works?
That's what it sounds like.
Look at me fading away. I'm trying to fix. I'm just having fun with the fucking gimmick schnabbits here. Anyway. Okay, so I
told I talked to April. April, we might be able to get April to come on the show. She
why would she want to go?
When I told her what our top 5 was, she started to write down our email address like she was going to email us. But when she gets done with her screenwriting classes that she has, she might be able to pop in on a Wednesday one night.
Will she be topless?
April Hunt. I mean, she'll switch her pecs if you want her to.
So Lawrence has asked me to call the number back, but there was no number. Let's see if I can call this number back. Hold on. I think, Colin, can I do a joke?
Yeah, because it could be like a non-emergency line from the police.
It says no ID on the caller.
Oh,
that's why I thought it was you calling me.
Nah, you would know. You would have known my number. It would have popped up. I'm in your contact.
Look at this. Gam Wolfer's quitting on us already since you left the show. Gam Wolfer says,
"All
right,
come on."
No, this is your fault, Colin. He says, "No, I'm going to pass out. Have a great week. Everybody stay safe. We love you, Gam." Elizabeth said,
"Take it easy, Gammy."
So Elizabeth says, the person he dialed the wrong number, and was telling me that I was a dirty whore. Well, I've had that happen to me, like just randomly on the train. So it is what it is. Have a good night, Brand. So should I wait until you boot up the fucking old computer? Or
Yeah, my computer's taking forever. So it just got to the Windows screen, but now it's going to be like 2 minutes of it just loading up on the Windows screen. I need to get a Windows disk and just totally reformat this hard drive.
Is this the new computer?
And just start all over.
Is this the new laptop?
No, this is my desktop.
So why are you doing this on the new laptop?
Because the laptop, everybody's asleep, and I'm in my studio closet.
And you can't bring your laptop in the studio closet?
No, it's out there in the room. They're sleeping.
When
I went out there just now to go check on the Wi-Fi, I got a very angry fiend look. Okay.
No, I got it. But what I'm saying is that it's a laptop. Can't you move it? Isn't that the point of a laptop? Okay, so let me explain this to Mr. Lawrence Weaver. Lawrence, I live in Brooklyn. I work in Manhattan. The cops that called me were trying to get into the building and where I work all the way in Manhattan, which is like 20 miles away. So I don't see any fucking cop cars. Now, what I could have done is I could have called one of the residents if it was an emergency, but not my problem. I did my part, right, guys? I called my boss twice. You heard the phone ringing. I ain't gonna give. I'm not gonna. No, it's cool, Lawrence. I'm just fucking with you. I'm not gonna give them his number. It's not gonna make any difference. He would, if he saw my number, he'd probably pick up my number before. And who knows? Maybe he got up and he opened the door. But I will never fucking know. Well, I'll probably know when I go back to work Friday.
He'll probably mention something to you.
I'll give you guys an update. But that's not good, bro. He's supposed to pick up that phone. You know that, right?
Because he's like the owner in the soup, right?
Well, he's the manager of the building. So if there's an emergency and somebody calls him, I'm calling him. Anyway, is what it is, bro. All right, let's jump into our top 5, Colin, while you wait for your fucking laptop. And then maybe by the time you get your computer up, you can do the emails. Is that cool?
Yeah, that works.
All right, so let's jump into your number 5.
All right, you go ahead with your top 5.
Of course,
sir.
Of course. I have to do my number 5 first, right? You don't have any of your. You don't have anything written in front of you, do you?
No.
Of course not. All right. So my number 5. My number 5 is I wish I would have gone to the military. That's one of the things I would have changed. In retrospect, it would have opened a ton of doors for me. I would have been able to pay for college. One of the reasons why. What the fuck is this? It says device not connected. Is that Colin trying to jump in? Holy shit. He's back. Can I hear you?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Colin, should I call my boss again while we're live?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Because I don't have my headphones on.
Oh, then put your fucking headphones on, you fucking
I'm like
dude.
Scott Demore. I'm like Scott Demore, guys. Look, I came out of my office.
Put your headphones on.
I'm like Scott Demore.
There
guys.
you go. I was asking you, should I call my boss back again?
Yeah, try one more time.
All right, let's try one more time, guys. Let's see if he wakes up out of his drunken stupor. Shh. Be quiet. I'm gonna act like I'm sleepy. Shh. Here goes my sleepy voice. It's gonna go to voicemail. Okay. Here we go.
Please leave your message for.
Here we go. Shh. Yo, Ray. It's Ray again. I don't know if you let the cops in the building. They say it's a big emergency and they need to get in the building. I'm not working. For some reason, they have my number. And I tried calling you 3 times. Hope nobody's dead. All right, bye. You lucky I fucking hung up before you did that, you cocksucker. You motherfucker. I could have gotten big fucking trouble. Is what it is. So my number 5 is I wish I would have joined the military, dude. You know,
That's one I probably should have had on mine.
Most of my family, like my cousins, my uncles, my brother, like they all joined the military, all open doors, all, retired early with pensions and stuff like that. And it's like, fuck, if I knew then what I knew now, I wouldn't. So one of the reasons why I had to leave college and not finish all my colleges because I couldn't afford it. Number one, I had to work. My father had gotten laid off. It was like a really fucking tumultuous time. And it really fucking sucked, dude. And I really regret not signing that GI Bill, man. And Lawrence Weaver, you say, I know, man, my uncle, both my uncles Marines, my little cousin in Savannah, Georgia is a Marine. My brother was in the U.S. Army. I have family in the Navy. It's just the opportunity. What are you laughing at? What are you looking at off?
I'm going back and reading the chat from when I was gone, and it's hilarious.
Why?
I was stuck in the glory.
You were stuck in the glory hole.
The red ring of death. Oh, wolf. Good job, Gammy. Okay. See, I thought you froze at first. I'm sorry, Ray. I thought you froze. I saw you freeze, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because everything still looked good on my end.
Look at Aaron Ben Shlomo. Fucking coming in at the very end. We've been doing the show for 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours. And you know what, dude? Here's the deal, Mr. Shlomo. We're gonna be finishing soon. You're gonna rewind it. You should rewind it and watch it from the beginning. Because it's one incredible story. This show has been one fucking hell of a ride, Colin.
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck else can go wrong?
Oh man.
Oh,
okay,
shit, dude.
That's a good one though, Ray. Because I know a lot of people that have. One of my brother's childhood friends. He is actually getting his last orders from the military and being able to retire. And he pretty much went in as soon as he graduated high school. He went into the military. He's been in the military his whole life since then, right? Like made a career out of it. And I know now from doing a lot of the stocks and things like that, that a lot of these people, they put their money away in the stocks and all kinds of like they if they're smart with their money and all that type of stuff, they can walk away with a lot. And like you said, that you see a lot of these guys with pensions. Like he's traveled the world,
right?
Remember, good friend of the show, Frida.
Oh man, we gotta find Frida.
So Frida, she was in the Air Force, right? She traveled the world, right? Like this, as a woman who was in the military her whole life, she got to travel and see the world. So these are things that people that don't normally join the military, they don't get to see, especially if you did, you don't have that chance, right? And yeah, the war part sucks, but like and no offense to Larry. Larry was a Marine. He didn't like it. He said military is overrated, but are other people that go. Like I have a friend, like one of my best friends, Ray. This dude is 37. He just enlisted into the military at like 35, 36,
Can
right?
you do that?
Yeah. And he went to school. He went in as an officer. He's in the Navy now. Dude looks like fucking the Undertaker. Like legit. Like I have pictures of my friend Ben, and he looks
What's the age
like
limit
the
though?
Undertaker. Like as long as I think 37, 38 is like the eventual cutoff, but as long as you can pass all the PT tests and all that stuff, they'll take you.
All right.
So I think he's at that cusp where this was the military for him was like, I don't really have anything. Like he graduated from college. He got this. There's a certificate that you can get if you have a 4-year degree. You can get a certificate to be able to teach English anywhere in the world.
Well, that's cool.
So he moved to Spain.
That's fucking dope.
And was working as a teacher, right? Then he got a job like bartending and doing all this other stuff. Met a woman, got married, and this military thing is like I guess his last hurrah, right? Let's get in the military. Let's like set my family up, set myself up for life, kind of thing.
You mean hoorah,
hoorah, hoorah. And yeah, so I, you know what? I'm gonna kick my number 5 off, and I'm gonna go with the military too, right? Because mine was gonna be going to college and not taking it seriously enough. Like I was burned out when I went to college. Like I should have taken a year off after graduating high school. My mother really pushed me to go to college, saying it was going to be harder. If you don't go, it's going to be harder to get in later in life and all this other stuff, which come to find out, it's not. It would have been a lot easier if you just hadn't failed out the first time. So, yeah. So I'm replacing that one with the military. Should have just gone in the military.
Well, I'm going to jump into my number 4. And my number 4 is a pretty interesting one because without my number 4, I would never have my number 1 little guy. And that's Aiden, well, big guy. And I wish I wouldn't have married his mom. Now, what I'm saying is that at that time when I got married, I rushed into a relationship. And let me just preface by saying, for those who always wondered why I was going back and forth with Jennifer, it wasn't always her, guys. It was me too. We dated for 7 years before we finally tied the knot. Okay. And that's because I had made the mistake of getting married. I never wanted to get married, number one. Just so you guys know, I never wanted to get married. I was in a really fucking dark place. This was around the time, Colin, when I was like almost 400 pounds, dude. I felt terrible about myself. And this good woman came into my life and I fell head over heels and shit. And I thought I was in love, which part of me, you always have that thing in the back of your head that tells you you're not and you're making a huge mistake. You know what I mean? And we did everything through the courts and it was just like terrible. And we got married too quick. We got to know each other as husband and wife and we realized we didn't get along. And that was terrible, dude. It was terrible. Now, my ex-wife is actually one of my, I was in lust. Yep, you're right. I was in lust. Buckshot Kid. And let me tell you, man, she's a good woman. Let me just put it to my ex-wife is a good woman. She is the best mom. Other than my mother, she is the best mother to my son. She's one of my closest friends. One of my best allies, and we have one thing that we both love, and that's our son. So I wouldn't have changed that. Like I wouldn't have minded having my son with her. It was being married to her, being in a serious relationship. Does that make sense, Colin?
Yeah, no, I mean I get that because if you regret, like I have a daughter out of wedlock and from another relationship too, so it'd be like if I didn't do any of that stuff, I wouldn't have her, right? So you can't really negate all of it, right?
Yeah.
Because some good came out of it.
Yeah. So that's my number 4. What's yours?
Let's see. My number 4.
It's getting cold in here, bro. My nipples are fucking piercing through my t-shirt. Hold on, let me close this window.
That's terrible. Let's see. So I regret My number 4 is when I moved down to Georgia for work. I ended up buying a Jeep Grand Cherokee from this car dealership that's in the area, right?
Mhm.
The Jeep worked just fine for about 6 months. Then the Jeep broke down. I have never really had the best credit in the world and went to go get this Jeep fixed. The Dodge place in the town that I was in fixed the Jeep for like $750. And 2 weeks later, the car started doing the same exact thing that it was doing, right? Took it right back to the dealership, was like, "Hey, you guys fixed it." They were like, "Yeah, but it's gonna be $3,000 this time." I'm like, "What the fuck? You fixed it for $750 last time, right?" They were like, "No, it needs a whole brand new engine," right?
Of course it does.
So of course, right? So a guy that I was working with was like, "Hey, man, like you're really gonna need a car. You're gonna have to move to Alabama soon. Um,
Alabama.
you're gonna have to go upside down on this car." So I don't know if you know what that means, Ray.
That means 69.
So when you go upside down, basically I had this loan that I hadn't paid off on this Jeep, right? I couldn't I had equity in the Jeep, but I couldn't get the equity to help pay for the car, right? So
Okay.
I had to go take that car with that loan still attached to it, and I got a brand new 2012 Toyota Corolla right off the lot, right? Brand
Those
new.
cars, but by the way, Corollas are some of the best cars in the world, dude.
7 miles when I pulled it off. Awesome car. I if I had known it was gonna be this easy for me to get a car, Ray, in hindsight, I would have gone and gotten a Honda. So that's part of the regret in this story, right?
Okay.
Like, so young, being like, didn't know anything about going and buying a car. It was just me by myself, right? Let me just go to the first place because I know the car salesman. He'll hook me up kind of thing, right? Uh, Basically, this car, Ray, it ended up costing me double of what it normally costs because I went upside down. So the car company paid, basically bought the contract for my Jeep and then attached that onto my car. And then of course with interest and all that other stuff, I ended up having to pay like an arm and a leg for this car. So yeah, so number 4, I definitely regret not really informing myself on these things and
Yeah.
kind of screwing myself over. So yeah. Yeah.
It sucks, and again, it's one of those things where, my father always told me in Spanish, and it translates pretty decent in English. Uh, you know, to gain wisdom, you have to go through a lot of mistakes. You have to go through the fire, and a lot of people they ask for wisdom, and then sometimes people will pray, "Oh, I need more wisdom," but you need to understand that to gain wisdom, it's through trial and error.
You gotta do some fucked up shit.
You gotta fuck up. You have to fuck up. You have to. And by the way, one of my favorite cars, and it's a little small for me because I'm a big dude.
Mhm.
Even if I lost like 100 pounds, I'm still kind of tall and stuff. But my 2004 Corolla, bro, I love that car. That shit got me through snow. That shit took me to fucking Georgia, to Florida. Oh my god, to Canada, like back and forth, dude. I love that car. It pretty much crashed out at almost 300 something thousand
Yeah.
miles, bro. Just
You
a
know
great fucking little. I used to call her Sandy because she had like a sand color to her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Love that car, man.
So you'll love this. You'll probably love this too, Ray. So, so when you get one of there's a bank here that I love to use. It's called State Employees Credit Union.
Mm.
They have a first-time car buyer's loan where they give you $7,500 to put towards whatever car. The car has to at least be 4 years old, has to have less than 75,000 miles, and it can't have like the title still has to be clean. Like it can't be a salvage title or anything like that, right? And they're pretty stern on these rules, right?
Right.
So the first time I got this loan, I didn't get the gap insurance. So if anything happens to the car with the gap insurance, you're pretty much covered, right?
Right.
Like you get all your money back basically to help buy another car, right? And the first car I got, I didn't put the gap insurance on it, right? Because I was afraid, and I should have just asked questions, right? When I was there in the office with the loan officer, right? I was afraid that they wanted that extra money up front to pay for the gap insurance, and they weren't going to put it on the bill.
Right.
And I wasn't sure if I was going to have that money every month, right? Like to make sure I was going to be able to pay it. So I forewent that, right? And as I'm driving my car home one night, I hydroplane and completely total it.
Oh fuck.
So the insurance ends up taking care of the rest of what I owe for the loan. I ended up getting like $2,000 to put towards another car, and that's where I got this Jeep. Right? I got the Jeep, and this Jeep I got the gap insurance on. Right? So of course I get the gap insurance on it, and I can't. It doesn't wreck for me or anything like that, and then I'm going fucking upside down for this Toyota Corolla. I'm just, yeah, still kind of hurt, still very butthurt about that one, Ray.
The moral of the story: always buy Japanese.
Well, I mean, yeah, I see, and see Toyota, they don't have 2-door cars, and I wanted like a Civic or something like that. Like,
bro, the RAV4 that I had, the
RAV4s are
2000,
nice.
I had a
4Runners are nice too.
2011 RAV4, and that bitch was awesome too.
I'm Honda CRV gang now.
Okay. Well, I was supposed to buy another car, Colin, but ever since what's his name? God damn it. Hold on. Let me just look it up here. Ever since this guy
Go, you know the thing.
got in office.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not fucking paying $100 to fill my car.
Yeah,
$100
might as well.
$100.
Take your chances on the subway.
I forgot what year it was. I think it was around 2000 and it had to be between 2000 and 2003 when gas had gone up to $5 a gallon, dude. I forgot what was happening. I don't remember why it happened, but that shit stunk. That was terrible, bro. Thank God at that time I was working for a PI firm, so I could like write off, my mileage, and I would get paid back for the gas and stuff. And for those that don't know, yes, I was a private investigator for many years. But yeah, man. So anyway, what are we doing? You're number 3?
Did you do your number 4?
I did my number 4. I got to do my number 3, I think now.
Yes, sir.
So my number 3 ties into my number 4. And this is, and I told my wife this, I always say, honey, I wish I would have met you a lot younger. And this is a regret that I mean, everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? But if I met Jennifer when we were younger, I wouldn't have gone through that bullshit with my ex-wife, and I would have had more time on this earth with, she's my best friend, dude. That's my homie. You know what I mean? She's got some sweet titties, I swear. I mean, those things are fantastic. I tell her all the time. My wife got
sound like a queer nothing, but I think you got a sweet ass.
Yo, dude, I love my wife, dude. I find her so attractive, and she's, what I love about Jen? She's tough.
And her
She's not
boobies.
fuck,
It's
dude.
probably the titties.
Those things are fantastic. But I love playing with them. Right, I'm gonna go in and play with them now. No, she'll kick my ass, bro. Poor girl, man. You saw the way I was.
I could hear y'all yelling at each other earlier. I seriously, chat. I wish I could have like recorded. If I had my memory card in my
I told you to go
Rodecaster,
live. You should have.
I would have recorded you could hear Ray in the background. I'll just break the door down.
Bro, I literally had the top of the door by the top, and I was gonna rip it.
I had to just pull it down. Yeah.
I was gonna rip it down, bro, and just fucking pull that thing off the goddamn hinge. And right now, Brandon has no idea what we're talking about because what? Would you come out of retirement and
You said you were a private investigator.
Some more privates, you fucking bastard. Fuck you, dude. Maybe. Depends on how much they pay. Holy shit.
privates?
Mario, listen to me. Mario, this is a shoot. Mario, the cops called me. I want you to hear what I'm saying right now. The fucking cops called me live on the show because for some reason they had my number, okay, live on the show, and they needed to get into our building because there's an emergency. And I called our boss, and he never picked up. So I don't know. You want to walk over and open the door for the cops? Man. Mario, we started late because I got locked in my room. It's a long story. Go back and check out the beginning of the show. So anywho, so that's my number 3, man. I wish I would have met my wife a lot sooner in life, dude. Like maybe not in my 20s, because in my 20s, bro, I was just an animal. Like, you know how many women know what my penis looks like? Too many. What the fuck is de la vie or c'est la vie? Yeah, well, that's what Mario said. So, anywho, what's your number 3, dude?
So my number 3 is I regret not taking the advice of this older gentleman that came and sat down on my restaurant at my table one day when I was waiting tables, and he came in, he sat down, and we had this lovely conversation, and he was like, Colin, you seem like you're a very intelligent gentleman. He was like, and this
So
was
he
like
was wrong.
2005, right? 2004, 2005, right? Before a lot of
Right.
this craziness happened, right? And he was like, I need you to do 2 things for me, Colin. He's like, I need you to learn an Asian language, which we had talked about me taking Japanese in high school. And he seems like just either learn Mandarin or Japanese, keep on that, right? And learn Spanish.
Mm.
And he's like, and then I need you to, he's like, backpack through Europe. He's like, you need to go to Europe so that you can see what it's like over in other countries. He's like, I want you to backpack through Europe. And he's like, I'll be in touch. Right. So he slid me this silver business card on the table with like a blue, like military looking eagle on it. Right. And the dude lives on Kiowa Island, and Kiowa Island in North Carolina is like a really like rich like island. You have to have a lot of money to live there.
Mm.
So I regret in my life, Ray, not ever doing those things just to find out like if that dude would come like 2 or 3 years after I get back from like backpacking through Europe and being like asking me like, like
I
some
get
weird
you.
government agency
Right.
kind of thing. Like, I don't like, unless he's just fucking with somebody, like, how often does that happen to somebody, right? Like,
I'm
like, what
sorry.
would you think if somebody came and did some shit like that to you, Ray? Like that's a weird, like, secret agent, like movies are started like that.
But you know what though? Everything happens, in my opinion, for a reason.
That's true.
And who knows what if I went to the military and I fucking got shot or something, or I fucked up, and who knows? I got into a fight and I got dishonorably discharged. Who knows? But Mario says that he regrets his time in jail. Were you the girlfriend, Mario? Just wanted pod boss? No.
Apparently, Mario, if you you take a towel and you run it under hot water and get it like really, really hot. And then try to get some Vaseline or something like that, and you roll that and put the Vaseline on the inside. It's apparently they say it feels like the real thing when you're in prison, Mario.
All right, we're done with that.
Try.
So, what's your number? Wait, your number
Well,
3.
now it's not your number 2, sir.
My number 2. Okay. All right. So my number 2 is I wish I knew about going to school for radio. Younger. This is possibly my very biggest regret. I didn't know I was decent at this.
Well, if this is your biggest regret, how is it your number 2?
Well, I said it's one of my biggest regrets. My number 1 is going to be fucking sad, but I think I would have done well in whatever. I was younger. Now it's hard for me to go back to school, and I don't know, man. Your mother has a face for radio. How do you like that, Chief?
She's got a cooter for porn.
But my I've been able to run YouTube channels and do all this shit, and with very minimal knowledge, basically.
Same here.
I just picked. Yeah, you too. We just picked up and learned shit as we went away. And I think I got to cough again. I think me and Colin, like guys like us. Well, actually, you're young enough, Colin. You could probably still do it if you want to, can't you?
Well, to be honest with you, Ray, when I went to broadcasting school, because I think our number 2s are the same. There were guys that had to have been in their late 30s, early 40s, going through this 2-year broadcasting program. And who knows that maybe they were trying to get jobs as camera operators or do the stuff that like Matt and Jargo do, where they're MCOs.
Right.
And they just get paid to watch TV all day and insert the commercials.
I could do that. I'm just saying.
And you can live in Arizona. I mean, dude, Schaffer, bro, have you seen those pictures that Schaffer posts of the place that he gets to eat lunch every day?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Dude, it's so beautiful. It's so peaceful. It's so serene. Like, that dude's kicking ass, man.
Is it the video when he just sets his phone down?
Mm-hmm.
You have the mountains and the beautiful blue sky, and he just sits down and just eats a sandwich.
Dude. It's amazing.
What does this say? Big Ray's number one regret: rejecting his grandmother's grooming him for the business. My grandmother's dead.
It's okay, Ray. It's okay.
Just saying,
Okay,
she's dead.
It's okay.
Mario puts this over, but this is a shoot. He's told me this story where he lost part of his finger in a deli slicer. He grew back though. What's your?
Oh.
That's actually audio of Mario getting his finger cut.
Cutting his finger off.
Do it again.
So Ray, is your number two just you regretting not going to broadcasting school or radio school?
I didn't know anything about it. Like, I didn't know there was schools for that and shit like that, you know? So I wish I would have done it early in life. Yeah.
Ay, cabrón. Oh.
Same here, Ray. My number two. I did the same thing, but I wanted to transfer to a bigger 4-year university, and I wanted to go to UNC Greensboro because one of their writers that had come through their program ended up writing for SNL. So I figured that would be a good if I could have gone into their program. But in hindsight, Ray, I should have just stayed at the community college I was at, because I haven't been able to find any other community college that has a payment plan like that one did. And the broadcasting teacher I had, he ran a couple news stations, so I already had a really good foot in the door. And he basically told me too, he's like, when you go to Greensboro, they're going to make you take all of these classes that I had you take here. They're going to make you take them all over again because they want you to take their broadcasting classes. And he's like, it's different for like math and Spanish and all that type of stuff, but they want to have their teachers teach you the broadcast sales and the writing and all that type of stuff, which was cool. I got to learn the broadcast sales side of things, Ray. I think if you were to get into broadcasting, you would love the sales side of broadcasting where you sell the ad space.
Right.
Right. Like if you work for like a sports station, right? A lot of times it's older white guys with money that listen to those. So you go to businesses that would cater to like older white guys and you try to get them to sell. You make so much money. The broadcast sales team, as most like any sales team, you make the most money. But now I'm here where I'm at now because I decided to leave community college and I wouldn't have found my way to Georgia. See, that this regret wouldn't have led to the regret with the car. so this was the branch on a road that led me down to a lot of different places. But I do regret, like you, not trying to finish up and go into broadcasting school.
It's just weird though, because like, I tend to think like, you ever think like crazy shit? Like, well, if I didn't have my son, right? Because you would have went through a different path. So you would have been with a different person.
Mm-hmm.
You would have had a different kid, like what this kid would have looked like or been, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And and here's the thing. I've always been asked this. I mean, I've always asked myself this. If I could go back in time and change all that, but know that I won't have my son, would I do it? And the thing is, no, I wouldn't. I would not do it. So it is what it is. But I'm gonna jump into my number one. What are you doing, Colin? You looking up porn?
I'm researching stuff.
Okay. So my number one is pretty fucking deep and a little sad. So back in 2011 or 11. No, it was 2010. I was working the overnight shift as a doorman. And I spent the whole day with my father, with my dad. And my father was extra affectionate, extra like, my father's always been fucking awesome. I love my dad. And I had to work the overnight shift, and I decided to leave early. Like I crashed at my parents' house because I had to do it. I came off a double shift. So I wanted to crash there and then go back to work. So I could have left like an hour later or half an hour later or so. I think it was an hour later, but I left early. And I saw my father sitting on the couch. Hey, Pops, love you. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll give you a call, whatever. I'll come by next weekend or whatever. Love you, love you, blah, 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 blah. I drove to my job. And when I got there, I was there no more than 10 minutes. Not even that. I think I just pulled up in the car.
I got a call from my sister-in-law saying, you got to come back home. Your father's in the hospital. But I'm like, what the fuck? I literally just left him. And so I start walking to my building. I'm like, I can't go back. Let me talk to my boss. So I go, I'm waiting for my boss. So like 20, 30 minutes has passed by. And I get another phone call saying he's gone. And I'm like, what? I couldn't wrap my head around it. You know what I'm saying? So between the time I left, my father fell asleep. His heart stopped or whatever, had a heart attack. And my biggest regret in life is that I wish I would have not left early. Because even if I couldn't save him, I would have been there with him. He wouldn't have had to go by himself. And I mean, I knew not the Heimlich maneuver. I know CPR and stuff. I felt like I could have done more, and maybe he would have been around a lot longer. So I knew this top 5 was going to be hard. This number 1, but that's my biggest regret. That decision to leave 30 minutes earlier to work, and he basically died within that 30 minutes. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Like so I had left. My mother, when I was leaving, a few minutes had passed. My mother was coming from church, an evening service, and she found him, on the ground. And our neighbor tried to resuscitate him, and it's too late.
Now, in hindsight, and I know you probably didn't know this then, but you do know that you could have just left work, and they probably so under FMLA rules, if something's wrong with your immediate family member, you have an excuse for 2 weeks, basically. Like in the law, you have time. No, but I'm just saying, since it's a part of your family, you could have turned around and walked out. And if it was a union job or anything like that, I'm sure the union would have had your back on something like that. But you probably didn't have to go tell your supervisor. You probably could have been like, "Yo, my dad's in trouble. I'm out."
I didn't know. Oh, matter of fact, if I'm correct, I had just pretty much only been there like about a month.
Oh yeah.
And then I never forget my coworker Hector, who's a tough guy, like a thug. You know what I'm saying? He was a great doorman. And I looked at him and I said, dude, my father just died. And that he goes, come here. And he just grabbed me and I just fucking cried on that dude. And then I had to jump in my car. I had to jump in my car and get to the hospital and stuff. It was fucking tough, man. That's 30, think about it, 30 minutes, bro. 30 minutes. Who knows? Maybe I could have, like I said, I'm trained. I have my CPR card. I still have it now. I get it renewed every year. But man, I love my father and I miss him. And I regret that my father, I'll be right back.
All right. Well, I guess I will hop in with my number 1, and it's definitely not as serious as Ray's. And I did see someone here post in the chat, next top 5. If you could go back in time and give yourself advice without knowing who it is, or what would you say? My biggest regret is, and I was trying to find a clip of it, but back in like 2009, 2010, one of those years, I was listening to the Joe Rogan Experience podcast when it kind of had first come out, and his former co-host / producer, Brian Redband, was talking about a new type of currency, a new cryptocurrency.
Oh, motherfucker.
And this was Bitcoin.
Oh shit.
And this was something that a gentleman was talking about because he loved to solicit cam girls and buy things on Silk Road, which was really the only use for a thing like Bitcoin at the time. And I thought to myself, I don't do those things. I don't need this.
Stupid mechanical money.
And back in the day, they were handing this shit out. You could get, like, most places, because they were trying to promote it, would give you like 5 Bitcoin for free. 5 Bitcoin. So if you back in the day had just gotten 5 Bitcoin for free and you just held on to it, you at one point in time when it hit 60-some thousand, you would have had $300,000 to your name in digital currency. Now you wouldn't be a billionaire like me.
Stop it. Take that down, please.
With really cool NFTs.
Oh God,
and things like that. But Ray, I would have been a mega millionaire because I would have just bought a shit ton of I would have had like 37,000 Bitcoins to my name if I could go back and known better in hindsight. Like, I do regret, but that's the one thing about crypto is it's hard to keep up, right? And there's so many wallets of people that got Bitcoin back in the day when it first came out that the wallet is destroyed, or they don't know their passwords or their seed phrases or any of that to get into the wallet. And if you lose all of that, you can't get it. There's no way. Nobody can hack into it and try to get it for you or anything like that. You're pretty much screwed. So there's like a little bit of Bitcoin out there that nobody will ever be able to get to.
I'm gonna put this picture up just to make everybody feel better.
Ooh.
That is
this one didn't make everybody feel better.
That's Nikita Lyons. No, this one.
What about this one?
Who's this crack? Oh, this is Persia Parada. Okay. All right. So that was our top 5. Yeah. That's tremendous ass, bro. Just gotta put that. It might feel better. Oh man. Wow. I'm really looking forward to hearing what the mail sack
See,
has.
the sad cat makes Liz feel better.
Oh, stop it.
Look, see, making Liz. We'll make Liz feel better.
Yo, Liz, you tweet some of the funniest fucking shit.
Ray, you got to do the rest of the show on this side of the screen.
Anyway, can you take the cat down, please?
Okay.
Fucking shit. All right, so you know what, dude? We're about to close this show out, man, and this is one of my favorite parts because this is the part where you guys shine. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the random mail sack.
Millsack. 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 Millsack.
Millsack. Millsack. Millsack. Millsack. Millsack. Millsack. It is the random mail sack. And as usual, Mr. Colin Wysong, let us jump into the dirty sack. Let me get some mail sack reading music as we usually do here.
Did I mention that in 2011, Bitcoin was $1?
No.
Okay, well, Bitcoin was $1 in 2011. The price of Bitcoin now, like $40-some thousand.
That's fucking insane. One Bitcoin?
One Bitcoin.
That's incredible.
All right. This first email comes from Josh Floberg. Watched the episode yesterday. Enjoyed the episode.
Oh.
Here are some future top 5 ideas.
Jot
I'm
them
going to
down.
read them backwards.
Save this
5,
email, by the way.
Do what?
Just in case.
I will. I got you. I'm going to start right here. Bam. Top 5 best advice you ever received.
That's
Number
a good
4, top 5 things on your bucket list. Number 3, top 5 fast food restaurants. Number 2, top 5 things you want to see happen in 2022.
Oof.
And number 1, top 5 what really grinds my gears.
I like that.
Good luck going forward with your show. Have a blessed night from TN Couponer, aka Josh.
I like that last one, the first one. Number 1. What really grinds my gears. Top 5 things that really piss me off. I could do a whole fucking Bible on that.
All right, this This next email comes from Jeremiah Moikel.
Moikel.
The subject is invoice PZ35184 MZV. Welcome buyer, and the names start out.
Jesus Christ. Is this one of
the
those
amount
fucking
charged will be reflected within the next 24 to 48 hours 6 on your profile of account. Product details, and then the invoice ID. Product name, Norton 360 Protection. Apparently our start date, and it finishes $200. They want $272. And I've got a number here, 1-844-444-5606.
Hold on.
You will be calling the billing department.
It's 1-844 what?
1-844-444-5606.
Hold on. I'm still calling.
We're sorry, the number you've dialed has been disconnected or is no longer in service. Please check the number and dial again. 14C.
Already out of business.
Interesting. I wonder
How am I going to pay you guys for this Norton security thing that I need to put on my computer if you're out of business? Jeremiah. All right.
Oh, Jeremiah.
This next one comes from my favorite chimera. That is Mandeer. These 5 things would completely change the world as we know it if they never happen. I'm going to focus on changing history rather than my personal life.
Oh, that's cool.
Number 5, give the mother of George Bush Sr. an abortion.
Oh, shit.
Ground the planes on 9/11 from flying. Stop JFK from being assassinated. Now, if this was GGP, he would not go back to save JFK from being assassinated. He would go back to the Sportatorium to go over on Kerry Von Erich, because that's way more important.
Oh, Jesus.
Number 2, destroy the planes to build the atomic bomb.
Oh.
Destroy the plans. Number 1, save the work of Tesla after he died and develop it. Kind of random, but I think I'm in the right place for it. Mandeer. That's what Trump's grandfather did, is he got all of Tesla's work after he died, and he is messing with it now.
What are you messing with it? What do you mean messing with it?
Trump's grandfather got private time with all of Tesla's notes and everything after Tesla died. So
is that where they got their money?
Probably.
That's not fair.
This one comes from Lizbeth.
Yo.
Wowzers, y'all got kind of deep with this one. There are so many little moments you wonder if you'd made one decision instead of another, would the world be a better place? Being an overthinker, this is what keeps me up at night. 5 things I'd go back and change. Number 5, been far more irresponsible in general when I was in my 20s. Number 4, stop talking to myself out of writing so that my parents would have been alive when something I'd written was actually published. Number 3, bought less 4-inch heels and more chucks. Maybe I wouldn't have fallen downstairs in the warehouse and in the middle of the hall at work. Recorded my mom and dad's voices before they passed so I wouldn't forget what they sounded like. And number 1, embrace my weird way sooner. Let go of expectations of others and just do me. I'd have been a purple-haired creepy girl way sooner. Plus, maybe I'd be a supervillain by now. Have a good week. Thanks, Ms. Beth.
I love the one with the parents. I have 2 voicemails that I uploaded onto my computer. I saved them in the cloud. So I always have 2 videos or 2 audio things of my father leaving me voicemails.
That's cool.
That's cool, man. That's always nice to look back at. So I like that.
This next email comes from our favorite lady from the state of Georgia, Miss Sherry.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Hey y'all! Hello to my favorite guys. This is the tough top 5 since so serious. I try not to regret but learn from my past. But if I have to pick, here you go. Number 5, not selling my first Geo tracker. I loved it so much. Number 4, not selling my Geo tracker that I love so much. Number 3, being much more involved when my kids were younger. Number 2, getting to know my dad before he passed away.
Man.
And number 1, wishing I'd spent more time with my grandparents before they passed. Honorable mentions. Not getting to know you two nuts sooner.
Oh.
Have a good week, guys. Love y'all. Sherry.
Mhm.
Oh, she's got a PS here, Ray.
Oh.
PS. In honor of Mardi Gras, I will show y'all my boobies. Oh my God! Finally.
Are you sure?
Finally, she's gonna show us her boobies, Ray.
Do you have them ready?
Yeah, I got it loaded up right here.
Oh,
All right, you
fuck,
guys
about
ready?
time.
If you don't,
Wait, hold on. Is it
gonna
going to be
be-
something stupid, Colin, or is it going to be
no,
her
it's
actual
really,
boobs?
It's really boobies. Are you
Sure.
ready?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Those are nice. Those are nice boobies, Ray.
They're very perky.
Yeah, I like the way they're drawn.
Mm.
It's nice.
So when are we going to see her tits? Is that going to happen?
I mean, she sent us her jugs.
Oh.
And her fur burger. And her clam. It's okay, Ray.
I wonder if A-Track's ever going to send us his boobs.
Oh, well, this next email comes from Gammy. Hello, Randomitos.
He's sleeping right now.
I tried not to... I try not to make this long. My bad if it is. I only got 2 things I would have liked to change from my past. Number 1, back in middle school during PE, there was a girl who asked me out. I said no. Big mistake. My life was falling apart because of the recession and other things, and I needed to escape it all, even if it was for one afternoon. Plus, I am extremely introverted and timid, so that was my only chance. Anyways, number 2, I wish I said no to the medications I was prescribed by a psychiatrist years ago, even if my parents forced me. I still should have doubled down on not taking it. The side effects fucked me up mentally, and I was a product of Big Pharma. There's a reason why I don't want to take that shot, because at this point, I'm very prone to get the side effects. Anyways, I hope you guys and everyone else have a blessed weekend. Fuck the MLB. Yours truly, Gam Wolfers, sent from my time machine.
Oh, that's a good one.
And the last one comes from good friend Kibbles and Bits. Hello, guys. Hope you both had a good Wednesday. First, this top 5. It took me a while to think about since I don't reflect as often here in my top 5s. Wish I was smarter with money. If I knew how to be smarter with my money, I probably wouldn't have spent it on a lot of useless things, mainly video game related things like weapons, skins, dumb DLCs, and useless games. I think we're all kind of there. Wish I had more fun in college. I was studying to be a doctor at the time, so I missed out on a lot of opportunities. I did have fun, though, like drinking an entire bottle of vodka to impress some twins. He says he'd think he scared them in the end. But I still missed a lot of other things. Number 3, wish I was able to read obvious signs. I lost some potential girlfriends because I was too dumb to see the signs. I still think about Ashley and Samantha sometimes. Number 2, wish I continued acting. My acting teacher said I had the natural ability to become an actor. He connected me with an agent. She was hot with a lot of connections. I didn't follow through with it since I hated the audition process. Long hours, they were dicks to people auditioning, and it was miserable overall. I wonder now if I had the patience for it then. It could have been different. Maybe I could have been someone. Who knows? And number 1, wish I started lifting weights earlier. I was naturally strong from work and sports, but don't know how far I could have gone. Watch a lot of strongman stuff, and I still wish I could do it now. Still not late, since some of these guys are in their late 30s, and I'm in my late 20s. I just want to be able to flip a car over at this point, or be able to carry 5 sheets of plywood at once. Anyways, today I learned a new slang word and phrase. As the company safety supervisor, I get to teach sexual harassment to a bunch of 19 to 25-year-old guys.
God.
One of the examples we went over was quid pro quo.
Oh, yep.
Harassment.
I know that
Someone
one.
like a manager asks for a sexual favor in order for an employee to get a better opportunity. One of the guys gave the example, hey, baby, if you top me off, I can get you on this next job. I had to ask what top me off means, and apparently it means to get a He went on further to say that top me or give me top all means the same thing.
Yep.
With that said, have you guys learned any slang words recently? It's interesting to me how words or phrases progress over time. Love the shows as always. Take care and have a great rest of the week. Looking to get topped off. I think that's right.
I don't know, man. Like my son the other day, I used the term lit. He looked at me like I fucked up. And I believe the term is now litty instead of lit. And I did learn that now people are saying like I appreciate you. You know, whenever you know, and you can use that like while you're taking advantage of somebody, or I don't know. That's all I got.
Mine was this this girl was talking about driving the boat, and she was like, she asked me what it was, so I didn't want to sound like I wasn't cool. So I'm all like, yeah, I'm gonna drive the boat, knowing it probably meant something really like dumb and stupid, right? And she was like, oh boy, let me find out you driving the boat, right?
What is driving the boat?
Come to find out, driving the boat means riding the dick.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, I think this is perfect to leave this on here, Colin.
Oh no.
Is there anything you want to put over, or?
Oh man, you can find me on Twitter at Colin Weissong. Find me on Instagram at Colin Weissong. Find me on Tuesdays with the A Show with April Hunter. This last week we had her detective friend Nick Havert, and we had some really interesting discussions. He talked a little bit of his cold cases, like some of the cases he can talk about. And I asked him how real, like the real 48 and all that type of stuff is with how he does his procedurals. And those types of things. He says the first 48 is pretty accurate to how they go about doing their stuff compared to some of these other shows where they use like liaisons and things like that for their headlines and for their scripts and things like that. So check us out, twitch.tv/the A Show, patreon.com/the A Show, and follow us on Twitter at _the A Show. There's the Twitch, there's the Patreon, and thanks to Alexa, who runs our TikTok and our Instagram. So make sure you go over there and follow us for more content.
Very cool. And again, guys, you can follow me on social media, on all social media at Big Ray Hernandez. What is that? What did you change?
I switched. This was the thumbnail for the show, by the way. If you go over to our YouTube channel, you can check it out.
That's pretty cool, man. I like that. Who did the artwork?
Oh, I just threw that together.
That's nice. It's very nice. But again, guys, you know where to follow me at Big Ray Hernandez everywhere. And, you know, I'll be here at Hami Media with Vet next Wednesday, as usual, 11 a.m., if I don't get locked in this room again. So with that being said, Colin, I think it's time to go home. It's been a long fucking night, a stressful one, and I think it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
Well, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Love you guys. Peace.
Oh my God, what the fuck just happened? What do you mean what happened? What are you, blind? Jesus!
9 days from tonight.
You there, sitting at home, acknowledge me.